Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? And so here we go, Texas, Washington, already on the way here, and looks like the referees are already going to stop this one, but this one will certainly be a really good matchup. And if you're just tuning in from the game earlier between Michigan and Bama, what a game that was. It went all the way to overtime. Insane. And so we've got Laney. Laney says, hey, first time visiting. And so, hey, glad to have you come through. How are you? We've got Joe Brown. He says, hats off to the Wolverine. And he says, let's go Washington. And so we've got Lewis here. Lewis, what's good with you? Talk to me. Are we taking the over or under on this one? But how are you? Meanwhile, for the Texas Longhorns, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back. Fakes it to the back, throws it, and ball must have got tipped the line there. That's going to be incomplete. Now we're going to be looking at 2nd and 15 coming up here for the Texas Longhorn offensively. And what I love the most about this matchup here, we've got 2 teams that have tremendous quarterbacks here. Both of them should be confident, but they also have great running backs and receivers to complement them as well. And we'll see who makes the plays to win this game. Out of the shotgun, going to hand to the back. Oh, man, look at all that yardage. Look at all of that. Picks up the first down on the ground, and that's Baxter, C.J. Baxter with the carry on that one, and a first down here for the Texas Longhorns. How about that? So, wow. First run play of the game between the left tackle and left guard. Look at all those blocks. That's the most impressive part about this play is just all the blocks. Lewis says, I don't like overs, JB, but you're taking an over 65% of them on the public, and so yes, overs is what comes to mind when I think of this matchup here. I'm anticipating a lot of scoring there, but I know that Vegas is anticipating that as well, so that does concern me a little bit as well. So right now, Quinn Ewers threw an incompletion there towards Mitchell. He's currently right now 0 for 2. So looking to get that first completion here. I expect big things for him in this one. I took the over on his player prop at 292 yards, so hopefully he proves me right. All right, from their own 45, fakes to the back, throws it, ball tipped again. Right now, Washington defense making life hard. They're getting their hands up right now, and they are tipping these passes right now from the Longhorns. All right, let's see. And so Lewis said over 60, bear me. And so yes. Well, I hope that works out well for you. But now we've got 3rd and 10 right now. So I need Ewers to go out there and get me a first down here. But Washington showing pressure. Was there movement? Both teams seem to think so. Referees aren't calling it though. 3 seconds on the play clock. Got to snap it. Gets the snap. Looking. Has time. Throws it. Incomplete. So Washington defense just came out stuffing them here on that first drive there, and Quinn Ewers just unable to get a completion on this drive. But this gives me an opportunity to put up the poll question. And so let's see. Laney says, first time watching, and so glad to have you here. Let me know who are you rooting for in this one. Meanwhile, that punt there towards the sideline, and it's going to take a favorable bounce there all the way to the 11-yard line, and that's where they're going to down it, and that's where Washington will take over with the football. Lewis wanted a fake punt there. Kenneth, what's good with you? Kenneth says, hey, my friend, how are you doing tonight? And you said that you're doing good tonight. How about the first game? Kenneth, I am doing well. And that first game, wow, like it really turned out to be a game, especially in that second half and stuff like that. I mean, for Bama, it just came down to simply they could not make the plays. Michigan made some mistakes now. Don't get me wrong. They made some mistakes there, but they survived those mistakes because they were talented enough to do that, you know. But they got to work on that special teams there. Can't be muffin punts, stuff like that, you know. But as for, you know, it was a good win for them. I mean, it really was a good win for them. And so, huge. As for Bama, though, you got to get the snap. Like the center and quarterback exchange, we're in the college football playoffs. You should not be having those problems and stuff like that. You know, then Milroe unable to complete passes to really add some balance. That was a lot to overcome. Meanwhile, speaking of overcoming, there is a penalty there. And Washington picks up a couple yards there. That's McMillan with the catch, but let's see the penalty here. All right, meanwhile, trying to put up the poll question here while we have some time. All right, Braden, what's good with you? Braden says, hey, JB, and he says, what a Rose Bowl. And so, yes, I mean, it gave us credit right there because early on, when Bama was up 20-13, I thought they had it. But kudos to Michigan. They fought hard, and they said, we will not let this happen again, and they came through. And so, In the Zone says, let's go blue, Michigan, win it all. And so, oh, man. How about that finish? I mean, just talk to me. At what point of the game in the zone did you know, like, hey, we got this. We got this. At what point of that game? But, man, that was a lot to unravel there. A lot to unravel. I told my friend earlier, he was like, you know, he took the over for the player prop for Jalen Milroe. I said, Milroe's probably not even going to get half of those passing yards and stuff like that. I said, they're going to have to rely a lot on Jace if they're going to have a chance there. But man, Michigan shut them down. Leslie Lewis says, Braden Simmons. Braden says, who's Braden Simmons, LOL? Oh, man, 2nd and 2 here for the Washington Huskies from their own 19-yard line. Receiver goes in motion, hands it to the back, and the back up the middle. But that Texas Longhorn defense says, we're going to stuff it, and we're going to stuff it right. So he may have picked up a yard or two there. Got just enough for the first down. I see them moving the chains. But Texas, they have some size inside. First quarter with 12 minutes and 25 seconds to go. This is Washington's first possession with the football offensively. Their defense put a number on Texas, and they forced the punt. So now we're looking to see what Washington does offensively here. And the zone says the last touchdown drive, and we was moving the ball. And so, yep, that goes back to what I said prior to that drive right there. I thought Bama had it. But when you guys tied it up, I said, well, there it is. That one's going to go to Michigan. Meanwhile, Penix Jr. going deep, gets the completion. How about that? Spins away from the DB. He's running. The only person that can stop him might be the referee. But the safety actually gets to him there a yard shy from the end zone. But wow, what a big-time play. And when I tell you both of these teams is playing now, they've got quarterbacks. But, man, look at that. Look at that. These DBs, hey, bring out your notebook here. It's going to be a lot of notes to take in this one. Braden says, oh, I see the joke, Lou, is very funny. He says, let's go. Wow. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, I tell you what, though, in the zone, somebody had to represent the Big Ten because me and Braden team, we did not do it at all, nor did Penn State. All right, they're going to hand to the back, and Johnson going to get in there for an end zone. That's a touchdown for Washington. Made it look easy on that drive there. Should not be a surprise to anybody because that's just how this offense is. They're just built like that. Lewis says, let's go. Lewis says, that's how you hit the over. He says, let's go. I mean, that was 77 yards, that completion there to Polk. And then it set up the 2-yard touchdown run by my man, Dylan Johnson. 4 plays, 89 yards, less than 3 minutes off the clock, and a touchdown here for the Huskies. And Texas comes into this game here per favorites, they say. And so with Washington scoring on their opening drive, let's see what Texas does to respond here when we come back from the commercial here in the first quarter with just over 11 minutes to go. Ah, man. Braden says this is going to be a shootout. I'm hoping so, Braden. I really hope so. I'm really hoping that this is the kind of game that just comes down to the last drive, honestly. I mean, I like both of these teams. I'm not going to lie. I like both of these teams here. So whoever wins, you know, that's who wins. But I'm rooting for a great game overall. We've already got 7 votes in the poll so far here, and Washington is leading the poll so far in this one. So let's see if we can get a couple more votes in here. I know it's early, but let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's see. Kenneth says, how about Florida State new quarterback and Cam Ward's decision? About that. Well, first of all, DJU going to Florida State. I like that for DJU and stuff like that. I feel like of all the places he could have went to, that's probably the best opportunity for him, although he was in a good situation prior to that. But with Florida State needing a quarterback to come in, I like that for them as well. I just hope that it works out, you know, to the best of their capabilities. And plus, it doesn't hurt to get to go against your old, first team in Clemson. So I like the move for DJU in that situation. As for Cam Ward, maybe that decision might be more about getting more, money and stuff like that potentially. But if he does declare for the draft, I like the kid. I think he's got a ton of talent. I'm secretly hoping that he chooses to come back, but instead of going to Miami, he comes to save Ohio State. That's what I'm hoping for each and every day. But I believe in the kid and his ability, but I really do hope that he comes back another year and develop just one more year and stuff like that. That's how I feel about those decisions there. But again, we are right now currently at the commercial, so we're not missing anything with the Washington Huskies scoring on their first drive in just 4 plays. That's all it took, 4 plays to score a touchdown there. And wow, did they score a touchdown. Michael Penix Jr. going deep, doing what he does. Man, whoever gets him in the NFL, they are getting a guy with an arm and confidence with that arm, not to mention accuracy. Kenneth says, what's for dinner, JB? And so, man, today for dinner is none other than KFC. And so, yes, KFC. I feel like I've had so much KFC. It used to be Bojangles for me last year, or at least the year prior to last year now, but definitely KFC has been that choice for JB. So how else are we going to celebrate the college football playoffs? But, man, Bama and Michigan, committee got it right. I got to say the committee got it right this year. It may not be the most popular decision, but based upon what we saw, committee got it right. We saw earlier what happened with Oregon versus Liberty, if there was any question at all and stuff like that about that matchup there, plus the Florida State game. Committee got it right. It gave us the 4 best teams to give us the 4 best matchups so far in this one. But keep the votes coming in. We've got 10 votes, and now it's the Texas Longhorns that are leading the poll here. Okay, I like to see a little back and forth here in the poll, and I hope to see back and forth here in this game as well. Again, this will be the second time that the Texas Longhorns will have the football here, and we're just in the first quarter with 11 minutes and a second to go here with Washington up 7-0 in the All-State Sugar Bowl for the college football playoff semifinal as the Washington Huskies get ready to kick things off here. All right, so let's see what Texas does here. But clearly momentum on the side of Washington. And their defense did a tremendous job. It is so underrated to have a defensive line that continues to get their hands up and get a hand on the football. That can really mess things up and take away some of those easy passes that a quarterback typically gets. All right, but we will get a return here by the Longhorns. He's at the 15. He's at the 20. Brought down to the 25-yard line, and that's exactly where the Texas Longhorns will take over here with the football. And let's see what Quinn Ewers and the offense can do this time out here in the first quarter. How will they respond being down 7-0? All right, we got 13 votes now. Okay, still Texas Longhorns leading the poll here at 54%. And yes, everybody remembers that Big 12 championship game performance that Quinn Ewers put together. So if he can put something together like here today, that'd be tremendous. But here we go. Shotgun receiver goes in motion. Hands it to the back, off the right guard, fighting for it, picks up about 8 yards on the play. That's going to make it 2nd and 2. Coming up for the Texas Longhorns, who again are trailing right now 7-0 here in the first quarter with 10 minutes and 42 seconds to go here in the first. Lewis says, don't be cheap, go deep. He says go deep. And so Daniel, what's good with you? Daniel says, hi, how are you doing, Daniel? Who are you rooting for in this one? 2nd and 2. Fakes it to the back. Quinn, oh my goodness, he avoided disaster. But nice play there by the back. He's still moving and grooving all the way to about the, 35-yard line it looks like. Wow, what a play. I mean, and that was close. That was super close. You look at that replay there. Number 4 came off the edge, and Quinn almost turned around right to him. But luckily, he had the awareness to get the ball out quick because C.J. Baxter was all by himself. And, man, what a big-time play. What a big-time play. Now we've got the ball here on Washington's side of the field here at about their 36-yard line. And the Longhorns in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Receiver going in motion here. 9 minutes and 44 seconds to go here in the first. Going to fake it to the back, in the pocket. Moving around. He's going to run. And look at that. Quinn Ewers says, I can run too. Takes it all the way to about the 22-yard line. How about that, baby? Love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And that time there, stepped up in the pocket, felt the rush, seen he had a lot of space in front of him there. And he just took off there and took what the defense gave him, which was quite a good amount on the scramble. So now 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the first. And again, Washington's up 7-0. Texas with the football here at about the 24-yard line. Fakes it to the back. Double fake. Quinn on the move. Falls forward there on the slide and picks up about a good 5 yards on that play. So right now, Quinn Ewers, he says, I'll move around. I'll do what it takes. Lewis says, let's go feed the man. He says, feed the man. Feed the man. Yes. All right, so now we've got 2nd and 6 coming up here for the offense. So now we're moving it here. Can you respond with a touchdown? Oh, man, I really felt like this is going to be a back-and-forth game. This got me hyped up here. Love to see back-and-forth games here. Let's see. From the 20-yard line is where they mark them down at. 2nd and 6. Snaps the ball. Gives it to C.J. Baxter off the right guard. C.J. making plays. And he's going to be about 7 yards away from the end zone there. That's going to be a first down here for the Texas Longhorns. And this one, 1st and goal coming up here. And so how will they respond here? Can they punch it into the end zone here? Let us see. But, man, it's going to come down to me, honestly, which defense can go out there and make the most plays when they need to the most. The difference between 7 points and 3 points, that's huge. SM, what's good with you? You got the new profile logo and everything. What's good with you? He says, what's good, JB, and happy 2024. Yes, happy 2024 to you. Meanwhile, they throw it to the receiver, and he's going to try to stiff arm, rip the guy helmet off, actually, in the process. But the guy said, I'm holding on for dear life here. Got to admire a guy who, even though his helmet gets yanked off, he's holding on for that tackle. Now you look at that. Oh, yeah, clearly knocked that one off there by the face mask. But he said, you're not going anywhere. Brought him down. Nice tackle. Now we got 2nd and goal. About 5 yards away from the end zone. Again, 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first. We got 16 votes in right now. Let's see if we can get to at least 25 before the end of the first quarter. Heck, maybe even more than that. Let's keep it going. Let me know where you stand today. And they're going to head into the back up the middle. He's going to power for it. That's a touchdown, baby. That's a touchdown. How about that? So Texas, they do respond for a touchdown. And that was Jaden Blue with the 5-yard touchdown run into the end zone. SM says he got Washington in this one. Okay, bet. And so 17 votes in the poll right now. Texas leading it at 59%. But certainly, let's keep the votes coming in here. But, man, what a play here. What a play. 7 plays, 75 yards, 3 minutes and 55 seconds in terms of time of possession on that scoring drive there for the Texas Longhorns. That's how you get to the end zone here. And now we'll just await the extra point to try to tie things up. Let's see if he'll convert. Extra point is up, and the extra point is good. So we're all tied up 7-7. And this is exactly what makes JD excited about this one. Lewis says, let's go. No field goals today. He said, leave your kickers at home. No field goals will be needed in this one here. And so I can't exactly agree with that one here, but, hey, I'm all about the touchdowns today. All about the touchdowns. I want to see back and forth touchdowns in this one. That's what JB wants to see. And now we're going to hit the commercial here. We saw what Texas did. Can Washington keep it going? I want to see more of Michael Penix Jr. taking deep shots in this one. I'm sure that Dylan Johnson, he'll get more involved if this one goes on as well. Oh, man, this is such a special game. You look at all the guys that are currently playing in this one, and it is just a special game, something to certainly sit back and enjoy. Of course, if you're a Longhorns fan or a Washington fan, I understand that you want your team. You probably prefer to be more one-sided, but if you're just enjoying a game like JB, then, hey, we are gifted with a really good game in this one. Other game was more so about defense and running the ball. This one right here is going to be about offense and making sure that you come away with 7 points as opposed to 3 points. SM says he's going to call it early here. SM, he must be bringing in the new year with some good drinks here. He says JBOT tonight. And so, you know what? That wouldn't be too crazy, though. That wouldn't be too crazy. I could honestly see this game being like something like maybe, you know, like 38-38 or, you know, something like that, and then go to overtime. I could totally see that. How lucky would we be if both games actually did end up being overtime games? Just how lucky would we as college football fans be? And which we needed that. We needed that because some of the other bowl games that we saw, they just let us down. They let me down and stuff like that. So this right here is certainly needed and stuff like that to see two teams that obviously got a lot on the line in this one. But again, we're still right now at the commercial. You're just tuning in. It's the first quarter, 7 minutes and 6 seconds left to go here in the first. All tied up 7-7. Texas Longhorns, that was their second offensive possession. Washington has had the football one time so far. And when we come back, they'll get a chance for their second offensive possession and see if they can continue to move that ball. But man, that deep passing game, that looked like something where they can continue to take advantage of that over and over and over again. So if you're Texas, you're going to have to tighten up on that. Nothing deep. Nothing deep. Now, Michael Penix Jr., he was one of the ones that I had earlier in the season as a Heisman candidate. My choice, especially around, I think around week 3 through about week 8-ish and stuff like that, somewhere during that time period. But the numbers certainly slowed down a little bit, but believe me, his game is not slowed down. And this is an opportunity for him to just come out and light it up. Light it up. Now, in the same breath, I will say I am very fond of Quinn Ewers. Love the kid a lot. He shows some real grit. It takes a lot for a kid to be able to step in a situation where most people are excited to see the backup and stuff like that, you know, having a man in behind you, but still to go in there, lead your team, and, you know, no matter what you're faced with, go out there and make it do what it do. And so, old man in the building, and he says JB Pats take tackle in the first round, take Penix in the second round, and Tez Walker in the third. JB co-signs that one. I co-sign that one. All right, so we're finally getting ready for the kickoff here. Longhorns getting ready to kick things off. And again, we got 20 votes right now in the poll, and Texas is leading the poll, but be sure to cast your vote. Kickoff on the way. Let's see if we get a return. No return here by the Washington Huskies, so they'll take over from their own 25-yard line here. And let's see what Michael Penix Jr. and company can do this time out. Last time they looked amazing. They were able to score a touchdown in under 3 minutes in terms of time of possession. What will they do this time out? We're going to figure that out. And as for Texas, how do you make adjustments here? You cannot let a man throw it for 77 yards on you and stuff like that. You know, so you got to make life a lot more harder. You know that they can make the big plays. How do you shut that down? That's the question everybody wants to know. That is the question everybody wants to know. But, old man, how are you doing? All right, so here we go. 1st and 10, shotgun formation. Michael Penix dropping back. Throws it short. Caught by Johnson. That's going to be a pickup of 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming up. Again, first quarter with about 6 minutes and 52 seconds to go here in the first. Let's see. Lewis says, we want Marvin Harrison Jr. And so we want him too, Lewis, but you guys have the best spot for him, which are Chicago Bears. All right, here we go, 2nd and 5. All right, shifting formation. Snaps it. Tosses it to Johnson off the right side. Johnson brought down by the defender, picked up a yard on the play. That's going to make it 3rd and 4 coming up. So right now, if you're a Texas right now, this is your opportunity, 3rd and 4, because I guarantee you let them get a first down and stuff like that. It won't be so easy. It will not. Nothing will be easy with this team, but these are the kind of plays right now, if you're the Texas Longhorns, you got to make here on 3rd and 4. Again, first quarter, 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go, all tied up 7-7. And let's see what Washington draws up here on 3rd and 4. They've got tremendous receivers as well in this one. Receiver goes in motion. 3 receivers on the play, 1 tight end, 1 back. Michael Penix Jr. making adjustments. 5 seconds right now on the play clock. Got to hurry up. Got to hurry up. 2 seconds. Gets the snap. Has time. Now he's moving. Throws it. Oh, incomplete. Incomplete. So excellent job there by the Texas Longhorns just being in position there. And that really tested the coverage because he had all kinds of time there. He had all kinds of time. Maybe he could have took off and run there, but he had all kinds of time. And he tried to throw that one there. 37 was open. It was not a bad decision there. Just could not get it to him there, but it wasn't a bad decision at all. So 4th down here. Punts on the way. Let's see if we'll be able to get a return on this one. Catches from his own 30. Makes a guy miss. He's tripped up at about the 35-yard line there. An excellent job tripping him up there, because if you don't trip him up there, maybe he gets to that edge, and who knows. But again, here in the first quarter, 5 minutes and 25 seconds to go. When we come back, we'll see Texas with the football again. And this one all tied up so far, 7-7. Let's see, 24 votes in right now, 54% leaning towards Texas, 46% leading towards Washington in this one. But what JB does know is that this one is going to be one heck of a game. We're going to see a little bit of everything here. Just the balance that these two teams have, tremendous. I mean, this right here, when I seen this matchup here, I was like, this is certainly the game I wanted to stream for this reason here. I was like, this is going to be an exciting one from start to finish. We're going to see a little bit of everything in this one. All right, let's see. But yes, you guys let me know while we're currently at the commercial here and while we have some time, what are you guys snacking on right now? You know, what's the go-to meal for this game right here and stuff like that? What do you guys choose to enjoy for a matchup like this? Did you guys go with some wings, some pizza? Let JB know. And so RC in the building, what's good with ya? And he says, JB, what up, dog? What's up with ya, RC? How are you? Oh man, how are you? Did you do any streaming earlier today? Absolutely, but again, still here in the first quarter with 5 minutes and 25 seconds to go. And so far in this one for Texas, Quinn Ewers, he is currently 1 of 5 for 31 yards passing. But that last pass he threw, 31 yards there on the money. The first couple ones, it was a little bit deflected and stuff like that, so no worries there. Michael Penix Jr., 2 of 3 for 82 yards. When he's getting completions, he's getting completions. C.J. Baxter on the ground for Texas, 2 carries, 29 yards, leading rusher. And Dylan Johnson, he's got 4 carries for 8 yards and a rushing touchdown so far in this one. So that's our stats so far early in this one. All right, let's see. So Ode says, I'm good in nachos. And so, oh man, Ode got JB over here thinking that sounds great right now to keep it a buck with you. Let's see. RC says, I'm just wrapping up late dinner. And he says, JB, that Michigan and Alabama game was fire. And so, yes, especially the second half, especially that second half, really from that fourth quarter and so forth. But the entire game, it was close, but we saw a lot more excitement towards the end and stuff like that. So you guys know I'm a Buckeyes fan, but I got to give Michigan their props there. Congratulations on getting to the championship game and representing the Big Ten. Kenneth says he's eating chicken right now. Okay, so he took the JV path today, took some chicken. Okay, bet. SM says, got to get your popcorn ready for this type of game. Yes, that's the only way to do it. The only way to do it. The only way to do it. Oh, man. But, yes, can we all agree that the College Football Committee, they got it right in terms of the 4 teams they put in there. Now, Georgia does have a strong case of their own, but I can't argue because all the 4 teams that are in there, it look like they belong and stuff like that. But do you guys feel that having seen what we saw from some of those teams, that the College Football Committee, at least they wasn't crazy with the decision that they made? All right, here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Texas Longhorns. They line up in 5 wide from their own 35-yard line. Gets the snap. Ewers brought down for the sack. That came off the right side there. And, yeah, I'd be looking at my right tackle like, bruh, you got to block him. That time, number 70. Oh, that inside move got him back. He still hasn't recovered. Look at Jones. Still hasn't recovered from that one. Big time sack there for Washington, putting them in a 2nd and long situation, 2nd and 16 coming up. So now we're going to line up in a shotgun again. Yeah, add an extra guy to help him out there. Going to feed it to the back. And CJ's going to pick up about a yard or 2 on the carry. 3rd down coming up. Let's see, Lewis says beer and shots. Lewis, I am not surprised there. I am not surprised. At this point, I'm starting to think that your blood is about 80% alcohol on the regular at this point. Let's see, RC says, okay, so I'm almost done eating. You said Japanese fried noodles, corned beef, cabbage, and potatoes, and cornbread with some corn too. I'm starting to think, RC, that you're a chef at this point here because you're always eating great. And we're not talking just, ordering food here. Meanwhile, 3rd and 14, quick pass, top out of receiver. Oh, he's got some space here, trying to take on multiple defenders there. Couldn't do that, but it was a nice pickup. But there is a penalty here. So let's see what the referee has to say. Again, first quarter, 4 minutes and 3 seconds left to go. I'm going to see what the officials got to say about this penalty here. Again, all tied up, 7-7 here in the first quarter, 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go. Ooh, so yeah, referees here. Going to call this one here against Texas. so that's going to back them up here. And again, 25 votes in the poll, and we are so close right now. 52% for Texas, 48% for Washington. Keep the votes coming in. But 3rd and 17 after that holding penalty there against Texas. Can they make a play now? So far, 3 penalties, all against Texas so far in this one. Gets the snap. Quinn Ewers looking. Has time. Now he's on the move. There's another penalty. My goodness. Now, that would be a completion and a first down, but there's a penalty. So let's see. Is this one also going to be against Texas here? I'm seeing far too many penalties for my liking. You guys know how I feel about penalties. RC says, nah, I'm not a chef. Another holding penalty. My goodness. And this is against number 70. I'm conflicted here because 1 second he's not holding anybody. The next, oh man. Oh man, yeah, that was a hold. That was a hold. But man, come on now. You're starting to act like Alex Leatherwood out there. That is not a compliment. Because you guys know how much he irked me with those holding penalties. You guys already know. Braden says, wow, another hold. And so, yeah, we can't have that. We can't have that. Just go out there, use technique. I get it. Big game. Got to calm down. 3rd and 27. They're just going to go ahead and hand the ball off to the running back here. And that's going to take it to about the 25-yard line. That's going to bring out the punt unit here for Texas. Not much you can do here if you keep getting called for holding, man. That's terrible. That's terrible. Lewis says that's not good. And so completely agree with you there. Dang it. Completely agree with you there. So that will bring out the punt unit. 4th and 20 coming up. And again, I just want a nice, clean game, you know, not too many penalties. All right, punts on the way. Let's see if Washington will opt to return. All right, ball goes out of bounds there. Let's see where the official spots it at. All right, we're going to spot it right there at the 20. And that's where Washington will take over. Braden says, oh, we know, JB. And so, yes. RC says, what quarter? It is still the first quarter with 2 minutes and 34 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. And we're all tied up 7-7 here in this one. Let's see. SM says, JB, who you rooting for? And so, honestly, JB's rooting for a great game here. Honestly, I wish I could root for both of these teams. I wish that they were playing against both Michigan and Bama, so I could have rooted for both of them to get to the championship game. But since I got to choose a side here, you know, I got a lot of respect for Washington, but I'm rooting for Texas and stuff like that. I'm now currently residing in the state of Texas here. And so since I got to choose a side technically, guess Texas, but if Washington were to win, I would not be mad at all. I just hope that whoever wins this matchup wins the championship. That is what I care more so about. Whoever wins this matchup, I want them to win the championship. That's where JB stands with this one. But we got 28 votes in the poll right now. We still got some time here. Let's keep the votes coming in here with 57% leaning towards Texas. Okay. And again, we're currently right now at the commercial here. Lewis says, we're rooting for both offenses. That is true. That is true. That is not an exaggeration. I may not have no money on that one, Lewis, but I am rooting for both offenses. That's the best way to put it here. I want to see some fireworks in this one. Let's see. RC says, I was laughing nonstop, JB, 15 minutes when Milroe crashed out at the end of the game. Like, who does that? And so... Oh, man. I tried to warn my homeboy. I said, hey, stay away from taking the over on Milroe's pass because I think it was at like 208 passing yards before the game. And I was like, just avoid. I said, if you're going to do one, take the under, because Michigan's pass defense, they're tremendous. They're really good. I've seen that all season long. And I know Milroe, the moment that he doesn't have success passing and he's able to run the ball, like if you're going to let him run the ball, and he's finding difficulty passing the ball, he's going to continue to go into what I call bowling ball mode, where he just goes back and do what I seen Cardale Jones used to do, just run straight up, you know, between the A and the B, just run straight up, and then he'll keep doing that, you know, either hand it to the back, maybe bounce it outside, but he'll stop trying to pass it. And so that's what happened. So, but it was a great game. It really was a great team. Both teams made mistakes, both teams made plays and stuff like that. But that center to quarterback exchange, I did not expect that, to be such a difficult thing and stuff like that. I have no idea if maybe it was a different center or something like that, but that was insane. And let's not talk about the muff punts also. That was something that was like, what are you trying to do, bro? Like, if you're nervous, just tell the coach you ain't got it. Tell him you ain't got it. I tell you what, though, that Wisconsin-LSU game earlier today, that was a good game as well. I know it's not the same level as a college football playoff game, but that was a good game also. All right, but here we go. From their own 20, Washington with the football. Shotgun formation. Tight end goes in motion. They snap the ball. Give to Dylan Johnson, and Johnson is going to pick up a yard on the play. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go here in the first. Yeah, Lewis, I'm completely with you here. We need to get this one. Going. Let's see. Braden says, since you've been streaming, teams from the state you live in have been, winning championships. Oh no, does that mean the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl? And so, well, it didn't help the Atlanta Falcons, so you have nothing to worry about there, Braden. Nothing to worry about there. It didn't help the Falcons, so I don't know if it'll help the Cowboys, but certainly I see them get to the NFC Championship game. Meanwhile, the pass there by Penix Jr., look at that. The touch on the pass to get it over the shoulder there where only his guy can get it. The kid's got game. He's got game. Look at that replay there. From the slot, took his man, quarterback put it, perfect spot there. Perfect spot. That's what I like to see. When a quarterback can not just get it there, but get it there with nice touch on the pass. Now they have it at midfield, shotgun formation. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. And again, that was Bernard with the catch, Jeremy Bernard for Washington. 1 minute and 15 left to go here in the first. Gets the snap. On the move. Looking. Throws this one. Just had to throw that one away there. Just had to throw that one away. Guys got tangled up on that play. But good decision. Knowing when to throw the ball away is such a flex when your quarterback knows when to appropriately do that as opposed to taking a sack or turning the ball over. All right, and again, we've got 28 votes right now for the poll question here with the Texas Longhorns here leading the poll here, but your vote can change that or add to it, so be sure to cast your vote. Again, still here in the first quarter, all tied up 7-7. 1 minute and 3 seconds left to go. Washington, shotgun formation. Let's see, Johnson goes in motion. Snaps the ball. Guys around him, throws it over the middle, gets the completion. He's at the 30. Those receivers, hey, they know how to get those yaks. You want to see receivers get yards after the catch? Pay attention to these guys. They know what they're doing. Tremendous job that time. And yes, he felt the pressure around him, but he stood strong in that pocket there and avoided the guy, made a tremendous throw. That's how you make it do what it do. Left those defenders reaching. And now with a first down, ball at the 26-yard line here of the Texas Longhorns. Again, Washington with the football here. Would not mind if Odunez was a future Patriot. Would love that, actually. Penix Jr. screenplay there. And he's going to get brought down after picking up about 3 yards on the play. And let's see, Braden says, Rome with a nice catch. Yes, we should call him Rome for short because he's always roaming the area. Like, he makes it look so easy. Every time I watch him, it looks so easy. It doesn't matter the coverage, who's on him. Makes it look easy, but that's the end of the first quarter. Not the end of the first quarter. We're all tied up 7-7 in this one. So we got 3 more amazing quarters left to go. And Braden says, yeah, both team receivers are really good at getting the yak. Yes, and when you got receivers that can get you some yak, that can make any quarterback look great. Any quarterback look. Okay, maybe not any quarterback because I've seen a couple that do not do so great. But these 2 kids, they're elite. And again, we are at the commercial thanks to it being the end of the first quarter of action in this one. And this one right now is turning out to be just exactly how I thought it would be. And as we continue to go on and on, I'm expecting more and more scoring, especially here in the second quarter. But yeah, just anybody who's a fan of Texas or Washington or either just knows college football that deep, who's your favorite player that's playing in this game? Let me know in the chat your favorite player. If you got two favorite players, let me know that as well. But who are your favorite players that's playing in this game right here? There's so many great players to choose from. Had to ask the question because there's just so many, whether you're talking about the receivers, running backs, quarterbacks, heck, maybe even an edge rusher. You guys let me know. Let's see. RC says, whoops, I just, after all this time, just hit the like button. You say sliced your ankles and heave you into a shark-infested water, JB. And so, well, JB's not that brutal. I'm not that brutal, so we won't do that. We won't do that. Lewis says, scoring needs to get going again. Let's go. Yes, and hey, both of these teams, they can get heated, so we need them to just start cooking. Start cooking. All right, so Braden says Michael Penix Jr. and Xavier Worthy are his top two guys in this game for his top two favorite players. Great choices there. I mean, Xavier Worthy, I remember last year, I was like ready for him. I was like, can he declare now for the draft, you know, to help my Patriots out? So definitely love their game for sure. For sure. Lewis says, cheering for the offensive coordinators. Lewis like, can we make it any more clear? I need some points in this one. Yes. All right, again, we're just awaiting the start of the second quarter, but we're all tied up 7-7 here in the college football playoff semifinal game to determine who's going to have a date with Michigan in the college football national championship. Let's see, Braden says, RC, you're forgetting to mention someone. And so, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so here we go. About to start the second quarter. And yet, this is the kind of game right here that just keeps you on the edge of your seat. Hope you already got your popcorn here. Second quarter about to get on the way. And let's see if Washington can finish this drive here with some points as they'll start off this quarter from the 23-yard line of Texas. They give it to the back, and the back shakes away from one guy. Look at that run all the way to the 6-yard line. Let's go. Let's go. And that was Rogers with the carry there. Tybo Rogers, his first carry of the game. Let's see, RC says, Braden, you know it. So now we got a first and goal situation here. Both teams making substitutions here. Again, a current drive, 6 plays, 74 yards in about 3 minutes and 10 seconds to turn the time possession off the clock. All right, making adjustments here. Oh, will this be a trick play here? First and goal. Fakes it to the quarterback. I feel like I've seen that play before earlier this week. Picks up a couple yards here, but there is a penalty. Man, these referees are on it today. Let's see. RC says, JP, I did a video earlier saying how AJ Wilson is currently the best player in WNBA. No-brainer there. And so, nice, nice. I got to check out that video. And Lewis says, woo, he's happy about this. Oh, man, these referees are staying on Texas here. So far, every penalty that's been called so far has been against the Texas Longhorns so far in this one. That means one team is playing discipline and the other one got to get it together here. But let's see the replay here. Yeah, all he saw was a big man in front of him, and he said, I'm just going to go ahead and take him out. Say either that or he's going to take me out. He made a business decision there. But unfortunately, that's going to make it first and goal here for Washington. 14 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Again, all tied up 7-7. But Washington right now in position to try to change that here. So here we go. Shotgun. Feeds it to the back, and the back not going to be able to get into the end zone there. Texas says no way. Texas says we've got size in the middle for a reason. You're not going to get in like that. Second and goal situation. Needs about 1.5 yards to get into that end zone. All right, we got 31 votes in right now. Okay, Longhorns leading the poll at 58% right now. but we're all tied up. And can Washington take the lead here? 2nd and goal. Let's see. Michael Penix Jr. up under center here. We got a fullback in the back of the backfield, 2 receivers and a couple tight ends on the play. Receiver goes in motion. Gives it to the up back. That's going to be an easy touchdown. It gets no easier than that. My goodness. My goodness. Dylan Johnson, who lined up as the up back there, got in there for the touchdown. Wow. Look at that. I think I could have carried that in there. Just kidding, though. Really just kidding here, but still. Look at that. But I know Braden could have got in there. Lewis says punch it in, and he's happy about that. Happy about that. Lewis says yes, and he'll take a drink to that. He will take a drink to that. 9 plays, 80 yards there. Capped it off in the end zone. Let's see if the PAT attempt will be good. And it is good. So the extra point. So right now, Washington, they strike first here in the 2nd quarter. And so they're up right now 14-7. And when we come back from the commercial, let's see how Texas responds here. But so far in this one, Washington's showing, hey, we want to get to that championship game. Braden says, let's go. He says, let's go. If I'm not mistaken, Braden, you were rooting for Washington back when they were playing against Oregon. I think both times, if I'm not mistaken. So Braden's been a believer. And again, we're currently right now at the commercial here. Good time to look at the updated stats, though, with Washington up 14-7 here in the 2nd quarter with 13 minutes and 8 seconds to go before the half. And we will start with Washington. So Michael Penix Jr. currently right now 5 of 7 for 138 yards passing. On the ground for Washington, currently Tybo Rogers, his 1 carry for 17 yards. That is leading right now for Washington. As a team, they have 9 carries for 31 yards and 2 touchdowns. And while Dylan Johnson may just have 7 carries for 10 yards, he's got 2 rushing touchdowns in this one. So tremendous from that viewpoint. Then you've got Jeremy Bernard. He's got a carry for 4 yards as well. Then you look at Texas. Quinn Ewers, 2 of 6 for 38 yards through the air. And on the ground as a team for Texas right now, 10 carries, 63 yards. And C.J. Baxter, he's responsible for 38 of those yards off of 4 carries. Jaden Blue is the guy that has the rushing touchdown. He's got 2 carries for 13 yards in this one. Quinn Ewers, he's taken off 3 times for 10 yards so far in this one today. And Jordan Whittington, he has a carry for 2 yards for the Texas Longhorns as well. Receiving-wise, though, C.J. Baxter has 1 catch for 31 yards, so he's got the bulk of the receiving yards here. Xavier Worthy, he's got 1 catch for 7 yards. I fully expect for Texas to get more receivers involved here on their next drive here offensively and so forth in this quarter, really. Offensively, as for Washington, Jalen Polk, 1 catch, 77 yards. And again, that was that first play that set up that first touchdown, which was about 2 yards shy of being the touchdown. You've also got Jeremy Bernard. He's got a catch 29 yards. You've got Rome. He's got 2 catches, 27 yards. And then Dylan Johnson, a catch for 5 yards as well. So that so far is our stats offensively from both teams in this one. Here early in the 2nd quarter, again, Washington up 14-7. Let's see. RC says, JB, I'll have days where I want to be like, forget YouTube, and then it'll be days where I'll be happy to record 11 videos in 7 days. And so my man putting in the work and stuff like that. The most videos I did in a day, I want to say it was like, I think it was like 25, and that was just me posting, you know, like different undrafted NFL player news and stuff like that. That was like over a year ago and stuff like that. That was back when I focused more on videos as opposed to live streams. But hey, I understand it. We're only humans. We get tired from time to time. Everybody needs a break. All right, kickoff, no return. So now we get to see the Texas Longhorns here come out, and yeah, your boy took me over on Quinn Ewers' passing prop, which was at 292. So I certainly would love to see Quinn Ewers come out here and just start lighting it up through the passing game. All right, so 1st and 10. Let's see what the Longhorns do here from their own 25-yard line. Shotgun formation. Receiver goes in motion. Fakes to the back. Quick pass caught. Oh, what an excellent tackle there by Washington. Got him in the backfield there. He's going to lose some yards there on the play. My goodness. Got him by them ankles. Let's see. RC says, JB, no possible return in this universe on that kickoff. Yes. All right, here we go. 2nd and 12. Fakes it to the back. Quinn looking, throws it. Oh, incomplete. Tight coverage there by the defense, making life difficult right now. So we got 3rd and 12 coming up here. So we got 3rd and 12. So right now, if I'm the Texas Longhorns here, we better call our best 3rd and long play right now. Because you give the ball back to Washington, ain't no telling what's going to happen. And so far in this one, they are 0 of 3 on 3rd down for Texas Longhorns. Can they get their first 3rd down conversion, and preferably the referee don't take it back? Quick pass, caught by the receiver. And nice pickup, but still about a good 4 or 5 yards shy of getting to that 1st down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down. So just like that, the Texas offense on and off the field, unable to really get things going on that drive. All right, punts on the way. Catches it from his own 21. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. What's going on? What's up with the punt returners today? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Wow. You know, nobody appreciates special teams and how difficult that can be until they make a mistake. But look at that. Look at that ball right there. You're thinking about making a move and stuff like that. You forgot the football. Look at this. What is he doing? Somebody talked to him before JB talked to him. Somebody talked to him. But Lewis says, you know what? This might not be the worst case scenario right here. This puts Texas in great field position right now, and maybe it might jumpstart their offense. But that's a big mistake. Big mistake. Braden says he's shaking his head right now. He's so disappointed right now. Extremely disappointed. And I know Braden, he's probably over there throwing tablets, computers, all that stuff. TVs. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Hands it to the back. And oh my goodness, what a tremendous carry right there up the middle. And so almost had the 1st down, about half a yard shy of that 1st down marker. You're going to have a CJ Baxter there with the carry. 2nd and 1 coming up. And oh man, he's getting frustrated. You cannot lose your composure. You make mistakes, but you make up for it. You know, it's not the end of the world. That's what you got teammates out there for. Root for your defense. Hope that they can bail you out. Hold them to a field goal. But you can't lose your composure. Lewis says he likes that actually. He says, let's go for 7. All right, here in the shotgun. 4 receivers on the play. Gives it to the running back again. Got the 1st down. Takes it all the way to that 5-yard line. So right now, Texas, they're figuring out, okay, we can run the ball. CJ Baxter, 6 carries, 55 yards. But wait a minute. A penalty. Oh, my goodness. Another penalty. Another penalty. If this is on Texas again. Wow. Wow. An illegal shift. Another penalty. Braden says, yeah, I'm not doing that, JB. And then he says, everybody continues to do that. Oh, man. So 11 minutes left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Washington up 14-7. Texas, they've been gifted a gift. It's a little late for Christmas gift, but they got one. And so what will they do with it? 2nd and 6. Throws it, has a man, catches it. Come on, do the thing, do the thing. He's a yard shy of getting to that end zone. What a big time play. That's how you respond. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. RC says, JB, is this final stream of the year? LOL. And while RC is joking, this actually will probably end up being JB's last play-by-play stream for a minute. and stuff like that. I told you guys JB's on the search for, a new job and stuff like that. So things are getting pretty difficult. And so I will not be able to stream, at least for the foreseeable future and stuff like that. So I don't know when my next stream is going to be. But just, wish JB some luck that I find that next job soon so I can get back on the live here. But today's the last day that I will be able to stream a play-by-play game. But touchdown there for the Texas Longhorns there. They gave it to Big Murphy there. I'm going to call him Murph Dog there. So Byron Murphy the second. Murph Dog gets it in there for the touchdown. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? All right, so here we go. Again, second quarter, 10 minutes and 8 seconds to go. The extra point attempt is good. So we are all tied up 14-14 here in a second with about 10 minutes and 8 seconds to go. And again, this drive started by a special teams mistake, but one man's mistake is another man's opportunity. And look at that. Look at that Big Murph Dog getting in the end zone on that play. So now we're all tied up here, 14-14, second quarter, 10 minutes and 8 seconds left to go. And so Lewis is happy about that. He says he'll take another shot for that, another shot for that. So Lewis, I'm pretty sure, would at least like to see at least 2 more touchdowns in this quarter. He would love to see that. Brady says, hope you find us a job soon, JB. We'll miss you calling the championship game. Those streams have been interesting. And so, yeah, last year's championship game, it was crazy. It was crazy. So I do hope that it will be soon, though. I do hope so. Let's see. Lewis says, oh, man, I'll be buzzed by halftime if this keeps up. And so, Lewis, we are concerned for you. It is okay to swap that out with some water. It is perfectly fine. Absolutely. But, yeah, hopefully it won't be too long. I do have a bunch of interviews lined up this week, so hopefully good news will be on the horizon. But I anticipate at least the next couple of weeks and stuff like that at the very least. But I'll keep you guys up by posting, in the community, so that way you guys will be up to date on when the next stream will be. All right, and again, we are currently at the commercial here, all tied up 14-14 here in the second quarter with about 10 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in a second. So now, if you're Washington, Washington wants to come out and respond. You know that. Let's see. Brayden says, sounds good, JB. And so, yes, just try to think of it, I guess, as a terrible timing vacation. I mean, this is right where we have, playoffs on the horizon, championship game, all of that stuff. But hopefully soon. I think probably by early February is a realistic time frame. Let's see, RC says, JB, maybe you can take a job wherever you can get it, maybe something temporary until you get what you want. You said prayers to get employment. I know the struggle. You said you was out of work 6 months last year. And so, oh man. Yeah, hate to hear that, man. 6 months. I can just imagine what that's like there. Absolutely. And so, yeah, but certainly JB's going to make it do what it do. JB's going to make it do what it do. Again, I found out the day before Thanksgiving, so that was terrible timing. You said that was a rough 6 months with only a few decent moments. I got through it, but it can indeed be rough, be tough. And so I appreciate that. Yes, it has definitely been tough. Definitely getting tougher and tougher. But y'all know JB going to remain positive and just focus on what I can control. Most jobs in my field require at least 3 to 4 rounds of interviews and stuff like that. So, taking it one step at a time. All right, so here we go back to the action here. 1st and 10, shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Gonna go deep. And oh, is that a completion? Yes, it is. I'm telling you, this kid throws dimes. He throws dimes. Look at that. He's putting on a clinic. You know what? I don't need to see a Senior Bowl for him. I don't need to see any more. I'm convinced. Put Bill Belichick on the phone or whoever's going to be running the Patriots organization. This is the guy. Look at that. Brandon says, also, I just noticed you're wearing a red hoodie, LOL. And so, got to go out in fashion, Yes, the infamous red hoodie, which has ended many a seasons. But, man, that was a tremendous catch there. Rome picked up 52 yards there on the play. Big time. So now Washington at the Texas 23. Let's look. Come on, guys. It's only the college football semi-finals game here. Let's get it together, chain crew. The only thing that we're missing right now in this game is a Taylor Swift appearance right now. That's the only thing that we're missing in this game, even though it's not the Kansas City Chiefs. Braden says, what a catch. Lewis says, hey, Lewis is loving this. He's loving this. Let's see. RC says, getting on YouTube helped me. You said help stop me from going crazy. He said 3 of our 4, of those 6 months were spent between YouTube, job search, YouTube, job search. And so, oh yes. And they toss it here to the back. And that's Johnson here. And so Johnson, one of his better carries of the game so far here. And once Johnson gets going, look out. Look out. I'm expecting a big half for him in the second half especially. All right, the second down coming up. Again, 8 minutes and 53 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Let's see. RC says, JB, do you think you'll make it back for the second round of the NFL playoffs? And so if I had to estimate best case scenario, I've got one job potentially that might be interested in a start date around January 14th. Once you get hired, it takes about a good maybe 2-3 weeks after to get that first check and stuff like that. So I could potentially, I don't think second round would be an option there, but maybe Super Bowl, maybe. But I'm definitely hoping, before we get to the March Madness of the world and the College Hoops Conference Championship games and stuff like that. But I will keep you guys updated anytime I find out. All right, so 3rd and 1, shotgun. Gives it to Johnson. And oh, man, what a stop there by Texas. Oh, man. Wow, 4th down coming up. What a tremendous stop. Just look at that push there. I mean, tremendous job there. And Murph says, hey, I can do it offense and defense. Let's go. So 4th and 1 in a game like this, I would go for it. I would go for it. Considering that they're at 73.3%, conversion on 4th down, I would go for it too. Snaps the ball. Johnson gonna run it. I don't think he got it. I don't think he got it. Looks like he was short. Let's see. We got 32 votes in right now. Let's go ahead and keep the votes going in. We've got such a great start to it. Keep the votes going in. Right now, 59% says Texas, but right now, we're all tied up. Under 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Let JB know where you stand. Braden says stuff. Lewis says, I didn't like that stop. I didn't like that play call, honestly. Because the reason I didn't like that play call is because you see Texas has done a tremendous job of stopping the interior. They literally just showed you the play before that they can, bust that one. So at the very least, maybe I'm doing a quarterback sneak or something like that if it's close enough. Other than that, maybe we might try to bounce this outside or something, but certainly not into the strength of the Texas defense when they're expecting it on 4th down. But hey, Murph Dog says I do it on offense and I do it on defense. He says I do it both ways. Let's see, Braden says, for anyone new here, JB is a huge Ohio State fan. He was in disbelief they lost today. It's that autocorrect in me, Braden. Absolutely. But now we're currently right now at the commercial. Tremendous stop there by the Texas Longhorns. And I said we're going to see a little bit of everything in this game, from great offensive plays and stuff like that to stops like that. And a team that makes the most stops when they need it the most, obviously, will win this game here. But against these two offenses that have all this talent, these are the plays you have to make. You have to make. I don't fault Washington at all for trying to go for the touchdown, because this is the game that's all about touchdowns here. This is not about field goals. This is about touchdowns. But again, 32 votes right now, 59% leaning towards Texas. So if you're watching right now and you have not cast your vote, go ahead and cast your vote. Let JB know where you stand. Braden says, autocorrect got me again. It's what we do. It's what we do. Let's see. RC says, well, I believe in you, JB. Whenever your next stream is, you'll show up. That's right. The $1 Million Man in the shiny suit. You already know. You already know. Absolutely. But yes, JB definitely working on some things there for sure. For sure. So the ending of 2023, very humbling indeed. But your boy will be back. I will be back. And I guess during the meantime, I can tune in and, you know, root for you guys during your streams and stuff like that. You know, when you guys have live streams and all of that stuff, I can certainly root for that. All right, and again, we're currently right now at the commercial here. And again, we're all tied up still 14-14. Under 7 minutes to go here in a second. But what a game. When I was looking at these two teams on paper, this is exactly sort of how I envisioned it. Although I figured final score would probably be honestly like 38-35 is what I was thinking the final score would be, in which that is still a possibility. All right, and again, we saw Michigan in the title game. Oh, that's something we're going to have to get used to seeing. All right, but 1st and 10, slot receiver goes in motion. Feeds it to the back, and the back. Oh, man, look at that. Look at that. They are really on to something with the ground game right now. And, of course, that was Blue with the carry. Blue making it do what it do. So now fresh new set of downs. Texas hurrying up the lineup here. Quinn Ewers going deep. Quinn Ewers. Oh, incomplete. Incomplete. All right. And again, still at 32 votes here. So we still got some time here. So let's see, can we at least get to about 40 votes here before halftime? Let's see if we can get 40 votes in the poll before halftime. All right, you got 3 receivers top of the screen. Feeds it to the back. And the back. Oh, he's brought down in the backfield there. That time defense ready for it. So we got 3rd down coming up. He lost 2 yards there on the carry, Jaden Blue. So we got 3rd and 12 coming up. And again, Texas so far, they've been 0 for 4 on 3rd downs. Washington, they've been 0 for 2. So nobody converting on 3rd downs here. Somebody got to make it do what it do here on 3rd down. Lewis says jet sweep. He says jet sweep. All right, here we go. 3rd and 12. Gets the snap. Looking. Come on, throw it. Oh, son. Come on, man. Come on, baby. You better throw than that one, baby. Come on now. Maybe miscommunication or something. But that's one you gotta have that one. You gotta have that one. Show me a replay here. All right, so first, let's see. Did he have the time? Had to throw that one. I get he had to throw that one early, but threw that one inside. Your receiver was outside. Should have left that one more outside than inside. All right, so that's going to bring up 4th down. Punt on the way. Lewis says, our pick 6. He says it doesn't matter to him how. All right, so when we come back from the commercial, we'll see exactly what Washington does. We're all tied up 14-14. Over 6 minutes left to go here before halftime. But yes, I'm with Lewis here. I want to see a score. I really want to see both teams score again before the half. That's what I really want to see. But again, Michael Penix Jr., 6 of 8 for 190 yards passing. I wish I had just taken him for the player prop instead. But Quinn Ewers, 5 of 12 for 61 yards passing. Again, both quarterbacks, no touchdowns, but no interceptions. It's been the ground game that's been getting the touchdowns here for Washington. That means Dylan Johnson. He's got 11 carries, 19 yards, and 2 touchdowns. As for Texas, C.J. Baxter, 5 carries, 47 yards. Jaden Blue, 4 carries, 24 yards, and a touchdown. But we still got some time here before half. But yeah, I had to make sure that I congratulated Enzo because, you know, Enzo's a big Michigan fan. And so, yeah, his team getting there to the championship game. I know that they've been waiting for a hot minute to get there. And so it finally paid off. Let's see. Braden says, how's Black Medicine doing? And said, oh, man, Braden, oh, man. Due to due to unfavorable circumstances and stuff like that, who knows when the next time I will get to hear from him and stuff like that. But, man, I know it hurts him to lose, but for him to lose, his team to lose to Michigan, a team in the Big Ten, wow. Let's see. Joe says we haven't heard from Black Medicine. And so, yes, it has been a little while here, But Black Medicine, you know, he's got some other stuff he's got going on right now with relocating and stuff like that. So he's got a busy plate on his side, you know, in addition to Bama going down. I would be shocked if we saw him today. I would be extremely shocked. Meanwhile, Washington, though, tried to trick play there, but trick plays only work if everybody executes their part to the fullest there. That's incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Gives it to the back, and Johnson takes it all the way to the 30-yard line there. So we got about 3rd and 5 coming up. With about 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And again, we're all tied up 14-14. And so 3rd and 4 right now, if you're Texas, this is an opportunity here to try to get a stop. Meanwhile, if you're Washington, if you can extend this drive, you've got the receivers and you've got the quarterback. Let's go. Can Texas generate pressure here on 3rd and 4? Gets the snap. Penix Jr. throws it. It's completed. Oh, what an excellent tackle, but it may have been too late as he already picked up that 1st down. Let's see where they mark it at, though. That's going to be a 1st down. And so hanging with Cheesehead. What's good with you? What's good with you? And he says, hello, how are you doing? Oh, man, we've got hanging with Cheesehead here in the audience. I hope that your new year is off to a great start. Happy New Year to you. Let's see. Braden says, I thought he was short, but let's go. Oh, man. I assume, you know what? I need to see that replay again. Let me see that replay again. After looking at the replay, he should have easily had it. He honestly should have easily had it there, but you look at where the ball is when he turned his shoulder. Okay, he's short. He's short. JB stands corrected. Yeah, don't put JB in the same category as the officials from that Detroit and Dallas game. JB will admit when he's wrong. Let's see. Braden says, dang, actually he is short. So yeah, the more they show the replay, the more he looks short and short. Let's see. Hangen says Packers finally had a good performance. And so, yes, and one good performance away from getting into the playoffs. So tell me, as a Packer fan, what is the ceiling for your Green Bay Packers right now? How far, like best case scenario, how far do you guys honestly feel that your Packers can go? Best case scenario. As for the referees, these referees say, we get it. They reversed the call. They made the right decision to reverse the call there. They were wrong. JB was wrong. We were wrong. 4th down coming up, 4th and 1. So that's a huge reversal. Now, y'all already tried going for it once on 4th down. You already tried that. But I guess they say, hey, you play to win the game. Let's see, Lewis says, that won't happen, JB. He says that won't happen. All right, 4th and 1. All right, everybody's lined up quickly. Up under center. Trying to draw them off. Still a lot of time. Texas remaining disciplined. All right, so great job there by the Texas Longhorns to remain disciplined and to understand the assignment there. What can I say? Spooked them. I would be the kind of coach where we go out there, pretend like we want to snap the ball. If we don't get them that time, line up in that punt, and then fake that punt. I would be that kind of coach that would probably do something crazy like that. All right, looks like they've committed to going for it for real. Okay. Okay. Let's see, Hangen says, I would hope Super Bowl, obviously, but I think our ceiling is the divisional round. I appreciate the honesty there, you know. I do. All right, 4th and 1. All right, picked up the 1st down there on the ground. Dylan Johnson said, I will not be denied. Like the man that kept swiping his credit card despite the fact that it just kept being denied and it finally went through for him somehow. Picked up 5 yards on the carry. He's got 13 carries, 30 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Michael Penix Jr. moving around. He's going to run. Ooh, did he throw that ball past the line of scrimmage? I think so. But let's see if the officials pick up on it. If that black line is accurate, then he threw that one, in my opinion, after he crossed the line. But let's see. If Texas doesn't say anything, then I guess they'll let it slide. Let's see, where is he at when he throws this? It could speed or pass it. Again, that's completion there and a 1st down. But it looks like Texas seen the same thing that JB seen. Lewis says, I need another shot before halftime. You mean another touchdown? Lewis, I am highly concerned. highly concerned about you. Let's see. Hanging says, not sure if we can make it past the Niners. They have, locked in #1 seed, right? And so, them 49ers. That'd be tough. That's what you really want to avoid right now. You really want to avoid the San Francisco 49ers and stuff like that. But yeah, for you guys especially, I mean, you guys have to be playing your very best football. But correct me if I'm wrong. The last time the Green Bay Packers did win a Super Bowl, were you guys not a wild card team? Correct me if I'm wrong there. But I believe the last time that Aaron Rodgers, when he actually did win with you guys, I think you guys were a wild card team. Or maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't remember. But again, right now, referees are reviewing to see if indeed Michael Penix Jr. was behind the line or not. All right, so they opt to stay with it. Referee said we're not going to admit that we're wrong every time. All right, so that first down will stand there. Again, that goes down as a pass from Michael Penix Jr. to Dylan Johnson for 13 yards and a first down to the Texas 49-yard line. Again, here in the second quarter with about 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go. And right now, we've got 34 votes in the poll right now, so let's keep them votes coming. Braden says we were the 6th seed, and so, okay, bet. Quick pass there, and that's going to be Rome with the catch. And nice little pickup there. Still a little bit of chirping there. That's expected in a matchup this big against these two talented teams. Picked up 5 yards on the completion. He's got 4 catches for 84 yards so far today. All right, 2nd and 5 with about 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go here in the second quarter before halftime. Yep, timeout going to have to be called. That is Washington's 2nd timeout. Okay, but yeah, I thought I remembered that correctly, that you guys were a 6th seed. So, hey, how about that for positivity, Braden? Don't say I never gave positivity to your team. Because I was like, hey, last time you guys won, you guys, were technically wild cards and stuff like that. So maybe that makes a difference. See good old Vince Young on the sideline. All right, so we got 2nd and 5 here. Trips at the bottom of the screen here. Receiver goes in motion. Shotgun. Gets the snap. Texas sending pressure. Throws it and, oh, what a catch. What a catch. Wow. Wow, some quarterbacks just know the perfect amount of juice to put on the ball. Enough to get there, but also takes them off so that way their guys can make the catch. What an excellent job. And great job by the referee to duck and get out the way, because nobody likes when the referee head gets in the way and stuff like that to disrupt the pass. Lewis says, what better way to end the season than to ruin the Packers' playoff hopes? Oh, man, Lewis is a little too fired up about that one. Michael Penix Jr. going deep. You know what that means? Oh, I thought it was there. It was so close. I literally felt the touchdown. Just, oh, man. That's your tight end right there. You threw it like he was a receiver. But, man, what an excellent play call. Who's this offensive coordinator? I need to give this man some props. I need him on my team. Let's see. Brandon says no, Lewis. And he says, dang, he says, well, we haven't been a 6 seed since, so maybe that's the reason why we haven't won a Super Bowl. Some teams just do better as a wild card team, Braden. I'm telling you. 2nd and 10. Michael Penix stepped up, and that's going to be a touchdown. Sometimes you got to tip it to yourself. Take that tip to the bank. How about that? Touchdown, Washington. Let's go. Let's see. Hagan says, if I had to choose between playing Dallas, Philadelphia, or San Francisco, I would like to play Dallas. Right now, I would like to play Philly if I had to choose between those three. Because right now, they are not playing their best ball. But Dallas would be interesting, you know. Braden says, touchdown, let's go. Let's go. 9 plays, 76 yards, 4 minutes and 28 seconds off the clock on that scoring drive. But they did leave 1 minute and 27 seconds left and all 3 timeouts for those Texas Longhorns to try to respond. But right now, it's all about the W. Washington, they're up 21-14 so far. But man, sometimes you just tip it to yourself and you make the play. He said, woo. Then he went and got it just like that. Wow. Lewis says, yes, woo-hoo. And so Lewis, save some trades for the rest of the year, my guy, please. We're worried about you. All right, so we're going to get to see what Texas can do with 1 minute and 27 seconds and all 3 timeouts. Quinn Ewert, this is where you got to step up. This is where you got to step up. Let's see, Braden says, same cheesehead. Let's see, Hagan says, we typically do well against Dallas. And so Dallas will always have a controversial ending and stuff like that in the playoffs that typically does not end in their favor, one way or another. All right, so you're ready for the kickoff here. All right, so kickoff on the way. All right, catches it from his own 1. Let's see what he does with it at the 10, 20. Oh, I thought he was showing speed there. Brought down to about the, let's see what they're marking Matt, about that 28, 29-yard line. Let's see. Cheesehead says, Niners are probably my most hated team right now. And so, okay. I understand that. I understand. For me, and Braden already knows, but it's a tie for me between the Jets and the Giants for the most disliked, but I'm leaning towards the Jets for me. All right, so here we go for Texas here. And again, they got all 3 timeouts and 1 minute and 20 seconds to work with here before halftime. They get the snap. Ewers in the pocket, throws it, ball deflected, incomplete. And that's exactly how Washington started off the game as well, getting a hand up. All right, so we got 2nd and 10. Shotgun here for the Texas Longhorns. Again, from their own 28-yard line. They trail this one 21-14 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go here before the half. Ewers in the pocket, throws it to the back. The back catches it. Gets the first down before being pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Let's see exactly where they're marking that. All right, so that's an 11-yard pickup there to the Texas 39-yard line. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go. Let's see. Braden says you better beat the Jets, JB. And so even though it's more advantageous if we were to lose, I just cannot stand losing to the Jets. So absolutely, we better win that one. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Looking. Going deep. Has a man. Oh, my goodness. Why do you do it with no hands? Son, you got, no, it was right there. What are you doing? What are you doing? I know you're back, but still, it's right there. It's just right there. Let's see. Cheesehead says, my dream scenario would be the Browns versus Packers in the Super Bowl sometime in your lifetime because your friend is a Browns fan. And so I would love to see the Browns get there, but at the same time, I also want to see Lamar Jackson win the Super Bowl as well. Lewis says, ask me my most hated team. So we already know the Packers. We already know this. We don't have to go there. We already know it's you. But, man, 2nd and 10. Throws it. Gets the completion before he goes out of bounds. Okay. So 59 seconds left to go here in the 2nd quarter. And again, this is just the kind of thing right here. If you drive down there and you're able to throw for a touchdown, I feel like this would really take their confidence to another level in the 2nd half. All right, so here we go in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Going to feed it to the back, and the back is going to pick up about 2 yards on the carry. Again, try to catch the defense off guard there. Timeout called. Lewis says, come on. Braden says, bad drop. Lewis says, no, JB, believe it or not, it's the Cowboys, Packers 2nd. So your dislike for the Cowboys is stronger than your dislike for the rival Green Bay Packers? Wow. 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 Just wow. Just wow. So you really, really don't like the Packers here. I feel like I understand a little bit more now. All right, again, right now, currently 54 seconds here before the half. Texas with the football right now. Washington side of the field at their 44-yard line. Lewis throws it, gets the completion. He reaches out. Is it enough for the first? Let's see where the officials spot the ball at. Give the man his due. That's going to be a 1st down. 48 seconds. 45 seconds. Gets the snap. Looking. Throws it just in time before he got nailed on the play. Receiver does a good job going out of bounds and getting a couple extra yards in the process. 37 seconds and 2 timeouts remaining before the half. Again, Washington up 21-14. Braden says, interesting, Lewis. And so I'm just glad you didn't say my team, Lewis. Let's see. Braden says, ask me my most hated team, JB. And so, Braden, what is your most hated team? All right, again, 2nd and 6. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Ewers on the move. And he's going to run out of bounds there, pushed out of bounds, actually. He's going to be about 1 yard or 2 shy of that 1st down marker. 3rd down coming up. Javon Ewers, JB needs that passing yards here. Let's see, Braden says the Cowboys. Oh, my goodness. All this dislike for the Cowboys. The dislike is real. Again, I'm just proud that my team's not being mentioned here, so thank you. All right, 3rd and 1. Play fake. Steps up. Ewers on the move. Ewers running. Just keep running. And then he slides at the 6 before he's hit, and that's going to draw a penalty there against Washington. You just can't do that, son. You just can't do it. I get the frustrations, but you just can't do it. Referee's got to get in there, separate the guys. Braden says, what a run. JB says, I needed the passing yards. instead. Yep, personal foul there against the defense. Come on, son. Don't act like you didn't know he was sliding now. Come on now. You knew full well he was sliding. All right, so we got first and goal here for the Texas Longhorns with 20 seconds right now to work with and 2 timeouts, down a touchdown, 21-14. Lewis says, time for one more score. Braden says, same, Lewis. I don't like the Bears, but I also hate the Cowboys. All right, first and goal. Well, I know 80s hates the Cowboys too. Feeds it to the back, and that's going to be a touchdown there for Texas. And so just like that, wow, another touchdown. C.J. Baxter with the carry. Let's go. So now we just need the PAT attempt to tie this one all up. Braden says touchdown. He's happy about that. Again, 10 plays, 72 yards, and 1 minute and 10 seconds in terms of time possession. That's right. You heard me right. And the extra point is good. So we're all tied up right now, 21-21 in this one. Who wants to move on to the championship game? We thought we had a banger in the first one because we did. This one right here has turned out to be quite the banger as well. Lewis says, yes, let's go. Somebody come and grab the drink from Lewis right now. We got to look out for him at this point here. Too many points already in this one. And who knows, by the time this one is done, there might be, who knows, more than 80 points scored. Maybe even more. Braden says, you got your wish, JB. Both teams scored touchdowns before halftime. Yes. Now my next wish is not Michael Penix Jr., but for Quinn Ewers to throw for at least 293 yards. Do it for JB. Let's see. Joe says Jacksonville. And so, all right. So Joe says he hates the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's his most hated team. All right, kickoff on the way. All right, 17 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Lewis said, I said no field goals in the game. I'm liking it. And so, Lewis, let's not jinx it now. Let us not jinx it. But 21-21. As they say, 21, can you do something for me? And Michael Penix Jr. is going to come out and take a knee. And with 10 seconds remaining here before halftime, all tied up 21-21. And this clock's going to continue to run. And that's going to be our score right now at the half. But, man, what a first half. And I can't wait for the second half, but something tells me the second half is going to be even better. Even better. Let's see. Right now, though, we've got, Right now, we've got 37 votes in the poll right now, but Texas is currently leading the poll at 59%, Washington at 41%. But what I know is that this game is tied right now, so the second half is certainly going to be what determines who goes to the championship game here. And, man, just looking at, these two teams and how hard they're playing, how great they look right now, this is just an amazing game. It's going to come down to halftime adjustments here. Again, defense making plays when they have to instead of letting offense is coming away with touchdowns as opposed to field goals. But yeah, Lewis says he typically hates taking the over, but this is a game right here that he had no choice but to take the over. All right, so again, we are currently right now at halftime here. But what a game. You look at some of the earlier bowl games earlier today. I mean, Tennessee dismantled Iowa 35-0. They handled a pretty good Iowa defense. And they did it without their starting quarterback. So Tennessee must be got a good quarterback for the future here. Obviously, we all know Michigan won in overtime against Alabama. I'm sure Alabama fans are not recovered from that. You already know. Oregon took care of business against Liberty. Honestly, what were they doing playing against Liberty? I got to really question that decision there. But they went out there and they cared. So they won 45-6. Could have been worse than that. Could have been worse than that. LSU versus Wisconsin there. 35-31. LSU won. And that was a good way to start off the day in terms of bowl games there. Again, LSU winning with their backup quarterback. He threw for 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 31-45 for 395 yards passing. That was Garrett Nussmeier. Meanwhile, for Wisconsin, their quarterback, Tanner Mordecai, was 27-40 for 378 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, but overall, it just wasn't enough for the Wisconsin Badgers to overthrow LSU. LSU might want to work on that defense, though, like tremendously. I cannot remember another time of me watching LSU's program with a defense worse than what they put out there this year. So that's certainly going to be a point of emphasis for them to return to greatness on that side of the ball. Let's see. Lewis says you took the under 35.5 on the Iowa game. You did not, Lewis. You did not. So you're telling me, Lewis, that if any point would have been scored by Iowa, it would have killed it for you. Just a field goal, safety, whatever. Any extra point by Iowa would have killed it. But Tennessee finished at exactly 35. I feel like they had you in mind, Lewis, when they did that. They clearly had you in mind when they did that. No doubt about it. But, man, that's insane. That's insane. Lewis says, a heartfelt thank you, Iowa, for not scoring. Yes. And again, we're right now at halftime, so we're not missing anything at this point right now, but we're all tied up 21-21. And so, Marina, what's good with you? And the Dixon Way, how are you doing? We've got a Dixon Way raid here on the channel. How are you guys doing? Thanks for coming through. Hope you guys are off to a great start to the new year. Happy New Year to you guys. Lauren came through and said the Dixon Way. Braden says we got a raid, and yes, we do. Appreciate you guys again coming through, the real MVPs. And let's see, Dr. Dixon says the Dixon Way raid. Appreciate you. And so Mafa says, Dixon Way raid for Sparta. Yes, appreciate you. How are you guys doing? How are you guys enjoying the game? And let's see, Kool-Aid here in the gang says Dixon Way raid. Appreciate you. Let's see, Breathe 1500 Atlanta rise up. Dixon Way raid. Appreciate you. Yes, you guys coming through, showing some love here to JB Nation. Thank you guys so much. Yes, we got Willie Snyder here, and he says Dixon Way raid, and also Hook'em Horn. So he's standing with Texas here. Okay. Appreciate that there. Let's see, Kool-Aid says Happy Independence Day. You say Emancipation Proclamation. And so, yes, appreciate that, Kool-Aid. You too, my guy. You too, my guy. Lewis says Stampede Raid. Yes, we love it. We love it. Yes. Hope that each and every one of you are doing great, and I'm hoping that we have a tremendous 2024 this year. Let's do it. Let's have a great 2024, and may Dixon Raid just continue to just grow as a channel and a community in ways beyond any other channel has ever seen. So thank you guys so much for coming through. Yes, for the raid. Absolutely. And let's see, Breeze says, awesome game. And so, yes, a little bit of everything here. I mean, we've got playmakers on both sides of the football here, but the defenses have made some plays as well in this one, too, when they've had to. So, tremendous. 21-21. I would not be surprised if we end up getting overtime in this one with the score being like 38-38 or 42-42. You never know. And let's see, Mafi says, shout out to you, JB&M and fans, go Huskies. And so, okay, so we got a couple for the Longhorns and a couple for the Huskies. Okay, okay. George says, Dixon Ray. Appreciate you, George. How are you? How are you? Yes, appreciate you guys. And right now we are at 48 votes in the poll. So if you haven't let JB know where you stand at so far, be sure to go ahead and cast that vote. Texas or Washington, we're all tied up here at halftime. So the second half will determine who is going to have a date with Michigan in a national championship game. Man, how about that? How about that? Let's see. Breeze says, Happy New Year. Yes, Happy New Year to you. And Demetrius says, Dixon Way Raid. And so appreciate that. Appreciate that. Absolutely. How are you, my guy? Yes. Yes, this is how we start off the new year here with a raid here on the first day of the year. Love it. Love it. Let's see. Demetrius says, I'm hoping Washington wins. And so, okay. Absolutely. I tell you what, I like both of these teams, honestly. And stuff like that. If you want to see JV go against a team, it was really hard last game because obviously me being a Buckeye fan, so that means I was not rooting for Michigan. But at the same time, it was Bama, so it was tough. It was tough. But these two teams, I like both of these teams. Let's see. Willie Snyder says, question, what's your thoughts on Bama getting beat? Honestly, Willie, it came down to a couple things for Bama getting beat. One, the center quarterback exchange. You should not be having that kind of problems in the college football playoffs. You shouldn't be having those kind of problems there. But they had that problem way too many times. I can understand if maybe one time it happened, but it kept happening at the worst time. Two, Jalen Milroe. He's the kind of guy that if you show him that, one, you're going to take away the pass game. Michigan was tremendous at stopping the pass. And then you allow him to run on the ground, he's going to become one-dimensional. And he was too one-dimensional, did not give Alabama the balance that they needed to really win this game because the opportunities were there. You had muff punts in this game by Michigan. Michigan gave them every opportunity for Bama to win that game, but Bama just refused and stuff like that because Milroe became one-dimensional and stuff like that. The offensive coordinator, they got a little too conservative because they got scared. So too conservative there. And Michigan, towards the end, they got back to playing Michigan football, especially in overtime. Just run the ball. That's all they had to do. Stop trying to throw the ball with JJ McCarthy and run the ball. They're at their best when they just run the ball. So that's what happened there. Michigan got back to playing their brand of football, and their brand of football, it has been that way all season long. They are a run-first team, and they're at their best in either a close game or a game where they have the lead and stuff like that. I thought at one point in time when Bama was up 20-13 that maybe Bama was going to be able to ice them out because of how J.J. McCarthy was playing. But, hey, when they needed to make a play, they made a play. They had a lot of experience on that Michigan team, and that made the difference. A lot of guys who were on last year's team that felt that heartbreaking loss to TCU, that upset, and they came back. They wanted to right the wrong. And whenever you got a team that comes back culture-wise, Michigan's A-plus culture-wise. Like, culture-wise, A-plus, because those guys, they cared. They cared. They wanted to come back and win a championship together. So they came back and they cared. Some teams out there, Florida State, their culture is, all right, well, we didn't get what we wanted, so we're signing out early. I mean, nothing against Florida State, but it tells me a lot when that many guys choose to sit out in a game like that. But that's my thoughts on Bama getting beat there. Michigan, they've been practicing all year long, really for Georgia, honestly, but it did help them in their preparation for being ready for a team like Alabama, in my opinion. Let's see, Demetrius says, UGA, Ohio State, Bama, etc. will be back next year. I'm a Buckeyes fan, but I say hold off on including Ohio State. We have no idea who our quarterback is going to be, and if you saw the bowl game, we were terrible. We're losing Marvin Harrison Jr. on offense. A lot of guys are transferring from Ohio State. And so I've got a lot of concerns. Because now we've got, Oregon, we've got USC also added to the division as well, UCLA, some other teams, some new blood as well. I'm concerned about my team next year. I really am, and stuff like that. So I'm really hoping that we can land a big transfer or something, but I've got concerns for Ohio State next year. I really do. Let's see what he says. Thanks for answering my question. Glad I subbed to your channel, sir. And so anytime, appreciate that and appreciate you for coming through. Absolutely. As we've got 50 votes right now on the poll, guys, and it could not be any closer. I mean, technically, yes, it could, but 52% say Texas will win this one. 48% says Washington here, but we can continue to cast our votes as we've got nothing but time right now before we get back to the start of the third quarter in this one. But yes, absolutely. And that's my opinion. And if you were here for when we were talking, I think this was back around the time where UGA was playing against Bama at that time. And we were having a discussion about the college football playoffs. And I was saying at that time, to me, I didn't have Florida State in my top 5 and stuff like that. And so you guys who, been here, you guys can confirm that. To me, just looking at the team without their quarterback, was not impressed with their win over Louisville. And it's not a knock on Florida State. They went undefeated. I get that. But as we saw with Liberty, not all undefeated teams are created equal, especially in Florida State case when you lost your leader and your quarterback. And a team like Florida State, just like for LSU, they needed their quarterback. He was a heavy, heavy, heavy part of their success. Lewis says he just wants points. He just wants points. He says he just wants points, baby. Just score. And let's see, Demetrius says, just subscribe. Appreciate that, my guy. Appreciate that. Yes, let's see, Kool-Aid says, Ohio State, man, okay. He said closed last year. And so, oh, yeah, last year. But as we can see what C.J. Stroud did, at the NFL level, we see what kind of quarterback C.J. Stroud really is. Marvin Harrison Jr., same thing with him. But you take away those two, I don't know TreVeyon Henderson. I know that Chip, the other running back, is leaving and stuff like that. I assume TreVeyon Henderson at this point got to graduate at this point, can't come back every year. So we're losing just about everybody. Losing everybody. And you've seen the quarterback that we put out there against Mizzou. Oh, man. I couldn't even stream that game. I couldn't watch that game. It was horrible. Devin Brown is not the answer, nor is the kid they put in after him. So we need some help at that quarterback position bad. And so, Battlehawks in the building. What's good with you, Mike? Mike says we root Buffalo. And so, Mike, tell me, how are you feeling about your Buffalo Bills going against the Miami Dolphins there and the opportunity to still win the division? What do you forecast how this will play out? Lewis says, welcome, Demetrius. And so, yes, welcome here to the channel. Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, 52 votes in right now. Now we're 50-50 right now on the poll. Okay, bet. And we're all tied up in this game as well. So, man, this is crazy. Let's see, Demetrius says, appreciate it, Lewis. And so, yes. And so, again, while we have some time here, you guys let me know who is going to win the College Football National Championship. Let me know here in the comment section who will win the College Football National Championship game. Let me know. Do you think it's Michigan? I'm hearing a bunch of people saying that Michigan's going to win it and stuff like that. But I say hold up just a little bit. Now, I got a lot of respect for that Michigan team, and I know they got a lot of heart and stuff like that. But what they don't have is the quarterback that either of these two teams have in this one. And so, like, if I see Washington versus Michigan, I like Washington in that matchup. That's just me personally. I like Washington in that matchup. I really do. If I see Texas there, I like Texas in that matchup as well. Braden says Michigan. He says JB's just being biased. Let's see. Battlehawk says prime time, the showcase game, all or nothing for the division title. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. That's what big games are for, honestly. And so it's just going to come down to remaining balanced, utilizing James Cook in that matchup and stuff like that, because I'm expecting they're going to try to take out Stephon Diggs. He's been kind of struggling a little bit lately, but Miami, they don't have Jalen Waddle. Tua's a little banged up. So if you guys can just control possession of the football, do whatever it takes to move the chain. It may not be the most prettiest, but if you can win like 20-17 or something like that, that's good. That's good enough. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. And let's see, Lewis says San Francisco versus Buffalo. And so that's what he's predicting. Okay. Kool-Aid says Washington has the quarterback. And so, yes, Demetrius says calling it now. Washington wins it all. Braden says, I hope whoever wins this beats Michigan. Now you're talking right now, Braden. That fires JB up. Yes. Yes. I mean, no offense to Michigan. They're there because they deserve to be there. But heck, why not? Why not? Why not? I would love to see the winner of this matchup just go ahead and win a championship. Because let's be real. Let's be real. Now that we finally got rid of all the SEC teams and stuff like that, they're done and stuff like that. If you like the SEC, no offense there, but you know, finally no SEC team in the championship game. That's finally sinking in for me now. So someone new is going to get it. Who will it be? Which conference is going to rise to the occasion in this one? And let's see. Kool-Aid says, you're a Georgia fan, Georgia Tech fan? Okay, Tech and Bulldogs. Okay, so you're a fan of both Tech and the Bulldogs. Okay. I will say this about the Bulldogs here. The Bulldogs are a prime example and stuff like that of what it takes to be a championship team. We all can, you know, get excited when we're playing for a college football game and all that stuff. But when your team, you know, feel like you might have been slighted or left out or disappointed because you didn't end up, you know, where you wanted to be at, but you still go out there and you play with heart and passion in a bowl game and stuff like that. I got a lot of respect for teams like that. I have a lot of respect for teams like that. 80s, what's good with your 80s? Oh, man, 80s here, the founding member of the channel. It's been a member for 20-plus months. What's good with you? He says Washington for the W. And so, okay, well, when 80s makes a prediction, 80% of the time, he's correct. 80% of the time. That's why we call him 80s. Lewis says Michigan over Texas or Washington over Michigan. And so, okay, so in that case, you say it matters who wins this one there. But I think we all can agree, though, Washington presents a lot of challenges there. But it would be cool from a matchup perspective. You see Washington and all the receivers they have. We know Michigan and the defense that they have with that secondary, strength versus strength. You know, our Texas, they bring that balance and stuff like that. So a lot of things to look forward to for real. And let's see, Demetrius says, if Penix Jr. wins the Natty, his draft stock will most likely put him in the top 3-5 picks to get drafted. And so, honestly, I am really hoping, I'm wishing upon a star. And I can't remember the last time the Patriots took a guy that I wanted us to take. My favorite team is the New England Patriots, by the way. But, man, I would love for us to get our hands on this kid with a brand new offensive coordinator, though, because our current offensive coordinator, he ain't it. He ain't it. I'll just say that. He ain't it. But, man. And let's see. Dimitri says, Braden, I'm hoping the same thing. And so let's see. 80 says 99%. Lewis says 80s. We talking Cowboys football. And so, oh, man, yeah, earlier I found out that a lot of you really hate the Dallas Cowboys with a passion more than any other team in the NFL. Wow. That's insane that we can all agree on that. Let's see, Braden says, JB, is it okay if I put the link to Dixon Way channel in the chat and rate him back? And so, well, you know what? Yeah, if you can do that, Braden, I don't know if you have the ability to do that, honestly. But if you do have the ability to do that, then please go ahead and do that, yes. I know that links have been disabled on my stream because we were getting a ton of bots and stuff like that. But if you have the ability to override that, then please go ahead and do so. I'll go ahead and pin it if you can. Let's see, Kool-Aid says, you wish Florida State players would have played against Georgia. I wish so, too. It tells me a lot about a team's culture to have that many guys say, all right, I'm going to opt out. Because even if you didn't get to compete for a championship, you still had the undefeated season that you were fighting for. You know, when we look back 10 years from now, we're not going to remember like, oh, they sat all their guys down. We're just going to remember that they went out there and got molly-whooped by the Georgia Bulldogs. That's what we're going to remember. 80 says Lewis, shot for sure. And so Lewis is done with shots. JB's going to call it now. Any more shots, and Lewis is going to be in trouble. He has had more than enough so far in the first half. He needs to chill for at least the rest of this one. Let's see. Demetrius says, my team is the Falcons. I want us to get Jaden Daniels. If we can't get him, then Penix Jr. So, oh, man, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Black Medicine, he's another guy on our stream that's a Falcons fan, diehard Falcons fan and stuff like that. He cannot wait for the Falcons to move on for Michael Penix Jr. And so, look at that. Braden working miracles here. Great job. Let me go ahead and do my part here and pin it at the top. So, yes, if you are watching right now, this is a link right now to go ahead and subscribe to my guy. And so, yes, Dixon Way. Appreciate you guys coming through and showing support here, honestly. And so, yes, but yeah, you say Georgia Bulldogs the top of the draft class now. And so, oh yeah. I mean, I wonder who's going to end up taking Brock Bowers. You know, that's going to be a massive piece right there, you know, for a tight end and stuff like that. Absolutely. And so let's see. Braden says it worked, JB. And so yes, it did work. It did work. And so yes, that's right. The newfound abilities, right, Braden? After the recent promotion to mod, the newfound abilities. Absolutely. But yes, as for the Atlanta Falcons, though, I feel like you got to move away from Arthur Smith, because Arthur Smith is just Arthur Smith out here drafting guys at the running back position in the top 10 just to use them as a decoy for most of the season. I mean, look at all the first-round picks the Atlanta Falcons have had the last couple of years. There's some special talent. You know, obviously Bijan Robinson, we think he's got special ability. You know, Kyle Pitts, we still believe in his ability and stuff like that. Drake London, we believe in his ability and stuff like that. But if you don't have the right offensive coordinator and stuff like that, it's just, it's a shame. You know, it's a shame. It's a shame. And so I feel like he's holding those guys back. And with the right coach, I don't know who that coach is, honestly, for the Atlanta Falcons. I really don't know who that coach is. But with the right coach that can put it all together, it can be beautiful. It can be beautiful and start to make strides and stuff like that. They need the right coach now before it's too late. And also the right quarterback as well, because Desmond Ridder, he ain't it. He ain't it. And Tyler Heineke, that's just an experiment that fails over and over and over again. Let's see. RC says, JB, wouldn't it be perfect if you could just pay all your bills making YouTube content? And so it would be. It would be. JB would really, you know, be able to double down, triple down and stuff like that, you know, but it's a grind. It is a grind. And there's no shortcuts to success. That's for sure. Let's see. Demetrius says Arthur Smith is incompetent. And so, yes. My friend Black Medicine, and you'll see him on future streams and stuff like that. He cannot stand Arthur Smith at all. At all. And I can't blame him. I mean, just the mere fact that the options that he thought would be feasible for this team were guys like Kyler Murray before the draft, guys like Ryan Tannehill, his guys. He wants to bring in his guys. And I'm like, bruh, what have you done with your guys at your former roles for you to be, you know, out there like, okay, let's bring in some former Tennessee Titans players and stuff like that. Janu Smith, that worked out. Okay, that kind of worked out there, but still, he's not going to change life. All right, but here we go, getting ready for the start of the third quarter. In this one, where we're all tied up 21-21. Washington will get the football first. Kool-Aid says Justin Fields should have been playing for the Falcons, not Pitts. And so, oh man, Justin Fields, I would love to see that, honestly. I would love to see that. RC says, JB, you got to forgive me. I fell asleep for a little bit. I understand. Let's see. Braden says, rated, auto-corrected me. Got you again. It's oh man. All right, so here we go. Washington going to start off on their own 25-yard line here. Both teams, what type of adjustments did they make in this one? Who's going to get the chance to be in the dance to the national championship game? 80 says that he subbed to the Dixon way. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's see. Demetrius says, I still think we should have got Jalen Hurts in the second round back in 2020, but Matt Ryan was declining. It would have been one heck of a decision, honestly. I mean, you think about how many opportunities we've had that we've passed on. I remember one point in time, Patriots passed on Lamar Jackson a couple times, multiple times. We passed on so many receivers from A.J. Brown to D.K. Metcalf. Don't get JB started and all like that. Michael Penix throws it, completed there to the tight end. Going to pick up about 9 yards on the play. Going to make it 2nd and 1 coming up here for the offense. And so let's see. Lewis says, go deep on the first play. He says, go deep. Braden says, yes, 80s. 80 says, Katie George, hey, Braden. Demetrius says, we should have did whatever possible to trade up to get C.J. Stroud. And so, oh, man. If I knew then what I knew now, oh, man. I bet you Carolina wishes that they can do it all over again. I bet you that. All right, but 2nd and 1, shotgun, 1 yard away from the first down marker. Quick pass. He's got the first. And he's going to take it to about the 42-yard line of Washington. So fresh new set of downs to work with here in the third quarter. About 14 minutes and 20 seconds to go. All tied up 21-21. And let's see. Braden says, hey, 80s, I saw you sent a super chat to him. And so let's see. RC says, third quarter loaded. 80 says, in honor of you, Braden. The man that made this possible. All right, shotgun formation. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Receiver goes in motion. 8 seconds on the play clock. Quarterback going to keep it himself while he runs. And Michael Penix Jr. knows when to slide after picking up the first down. Their defense just put their hands up like, bruh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Let's see. Braden says, thanks, 80s. RC says, Braden, 21. Caitlin Clark. Why am I just not realizing that you got 21 in your username, Braden? Oh, man. Does the 21 have any special resemblance for you? All right, here we go from the 45-yard line of Texas here. And they're going to feed it to the back off the right guard. It'll pick up about a yard or 2 on the carry. Second down coming up. And again, it's all about continuing to protect the ball. That first half, we've seen both teams do a great job of protecting the football. And you got to be able to on third downs. I'm looking at both of these teams here on third down. They both got to do a little bit better on third downs here. But, hey, this is what we want, a back-and-forth game, all tied up, 21-21, 2nd and 8 right now. Guys shifting around. 10 seconds right now on the play clock. Running back goes in motion, gets the snap. Defense sending 5. Penix throws it. Caught by the back. Got to make somebody miss. Makes the first guy miss, but he hits the ground back at the line of scrimmage. Third down coming up. 3rd and 8. Let's see. RC says Caitlin Clark. Let's see. it was bound to happen. It's about time. We were waiting on you to mention Caitlin for a minute there, RC. Braden says, it's the date of my birthday. Okay, bet. Okay. 21 was my basketball jersey back in high school. Absolutely. 3rd and 8. Receiver goes in motion. Penix Jr. throws it, gets the completion. Look at that. As soon as this guy gets open, ball comes out and it's there. And it's there on the money. Gotta love it. First down here, Washington. Let's see. Brady says he was waiting for that, RC. All right, let's see how many votes we've got right now currently in the poll. We've got 55 votes right now, and Washington is leading the poll here at 51%, so keep the votes coming in here. Let's see when it's all said and done. Can we exceed 100 votes? That's honestly the goal here for this stream, and we're off to a tremendous start. Let's go. All right, here in the shotgun, Penix throws it. It's caught by the receiver. Oh, look at that. That's a first down. That's a first down for the offense, and they're going to take it now to the 20. So look at that. Washington moving and grooving here to start things off here in the third quarter. It has been so far all Washington with the ball here. Taking off 4 minutes in terms of time of possession so far in this drive, but they're not done yet. They've got 19 more yards to go if they want to reach the end zone. And again, that was Jalen McMillan who had the catch there. So far in this one, Michael Penix Jr. here putting in work. All right, let's see what they do here. Shifting the formation, 1st and 10. Trips at the bottom of the formation. 5 seconds on the play clock. Snaps the ball looking. Michael Penix going to throw it. And that's going to be completed for a touchdown. Wow. Touchdown, Washington. And they're scoring so much right now that even the TV channel can't keep up with them right now. They just glitched badly. Wow. And so Braden says, nice play. Again, Braden, he lives in the future, so sometimes he sees things before we see it and stuff like that. Lewis says, let's go, Washington. JJ in the building. What's good with you? JJ says, sorry, I am late. Hey, JB, how are you doing, JJ? He says, JJ is in the house. 80 says, TD, where's JB at? I tell you what, JB's not in the secondary. That's where he's not at. That's where he's not at, in that secondary. Wow, what a play. And now we'll await the extra point. And the extra point is good. Going to make the score 28-21. Washington on top. And when we come back from the commercial, we'll get to see the Texas Longhorns with the football for the first time here in the second half. But right now, Washington on top, 28-21 here in the third quarter, 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Braden says, oh my, what a throw. Lewis says, thank you. Yes, he says, thank you. Yes, he's not too far from it now. He's not too far from it now. Ah, man, Lewis is like, this is unbelievable. He's like, this is exceeding even his expectations right now. Both of these teams putting on a clinic so far, but man, Michael Penix Jr., 17 of 20 for 311 yards and 2 touchdowns. This is vintage Penix Jr. in this one. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers, he is 9 of 18 for 97 yards passing. And so he's definitely going to have to wrap this up here. And so Nicky Saban's daddy, what's good with you? And he says Michigan is going to be scary. RC said, oh, wowzers. He is just in shock right now. But what a great game. And we have been so fortunate to have 2 teams in this one that are just, 2 games today that have just been tremendous. Tremendous. And now we're going to look to Texas to keep this going. It may just come down to who has the football last. And let's see. Saban's daddy says put in Arch. JJ says, sorry, JB, I'm late. Hey, better late than never. Better late than never. Absolutely. But what a game we've got in this one. And again, we're currently right now at the commercial here. And so if you're Texas, what has worked so far in the first half here? It has really been the ground game. You've really relied heavily on the ground game. C.J. Baxter, he's got 7 carries for 53 yards so far in this one and a rushing touchdown. Quinn Ewers, he's carried it 5 times himself for 36 yards here in the first half, of course. And then Jaden Blue, 4 carries, 24 yards, and a rushing touchdown. So as a team for Texas, 18 carries, 116 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. So far, all rushing touchdowns here. So if you're Texas, ground game has been very effective. Let's see if the pass game can complement that. Kenneth says, what quarter is it now? Kenneth, we are in the 3rd quarter with 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go with Washington on top, 28-21. It said, Nicky Saban says, it seems like Jefferson's care is already over. Let's see, JJ said, this is the 2nd time. Lewis says, I just have space for 2 more shots. And so, Lewis, you are pushing it to the max. Let's see, Saban says, career. 80 says, make it. 80 says, he'll make up for the shots for you. He'll make up for the shots there. Oh, man, I am highly concerned about the both of you at this point. Lewis says, vacation ends tomorrow. And so, well, he says he's going to live it up tonight. He won't be able to remember tonight or tomorrow at this point. All right, kickoff on the way. Gets it at the 14. And he's at the 20. Brought down to about the 24-yard line. That's where Texas will take over with the football here in the 3rd quarter with 10 minutes and 25 seconds to go here in the 3rd. So what will Texas have in store for us on this drive here? And can Quinn Ewers step it up offensively there? There was a bunch of passes in that first half that was like deflected and stuff like that. So they really, really had to rely on the ground game. Let's see, 80 says, I was hung over all day and it was JB's fault. And so it's never JB's fault. Never JB's fault. Never JB's fault. If the Carolina Panthers owner can get away with what he did, JB can get away with what he does. All right, 1st and 10. Receiver goes in motion here for the Texas Longhorns. Gets the snap. Going to hand it to the back. Up the middle. Still fighting forward. They're going to pick up about 6 yards. He lost the ball. He lost the ball. He lost the ball. Oh, my goodness. He lost the ball. They believe it's Washington's ball. It is Washington's football. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Wow. Texas fans, they're in disbelief. CJ, that's clearly a fumble. That's clearly a fumble and clearly recovered by Washington. Oh, man. CJ, what have you done? What have you done? JJ says you was live today. All right, how many people came through for your live today, JJ? 80 says fumble. Oh, man. And you know what that means? You know what that means? You just set it up here for Washington to have a prime opportunity to take advantage of this turnover. They're starting off at the 33-yard line of Texas. Excellent field position. Shotgun formation. Tight end goes in motion. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Michael Penix Jr. pump fakes. Looking. Throws that one. Beautiful pass. I'm just in pure admiration every time the ball leaves his hand. He can throw that ball. He is that guy. He is that guy. JB will vouch for him. He's that guy. Lewis says, uh-oh, here comes another shot. Lewis, don't do it. Don't do it. It's okay. Nobody's going to judge you. Nobody's going to blame you. Let's see. 80 says JB picked Texas. So 80's been waiting for this one. He's been waiting for this one. Now watch it. Texas does end up winning this one, though. He's going to change that one. But 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the third. 3 receivers. Hands it to the back. And that's Dylan Johnson there on the carry. And Johnson's going to pick up about 5 yards there on the carry. 9 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Again, Washington on top 28-21. And since halftime, Washington, they've got the momentum. They've got the momentum. 80 says he throws better than an emergency quarterback, and I cannot think of a better way to start the year than the emergency quarterback reference. Braden says this is a big drive. That's right, 2nd and 5. Tosses it to the back, and the back, looking, trying to find a hole. Going to pick up 2 yards on the carry. That's going to make a third down, coming up here 3rd and 3. And this is big. Now, Johnson right now, seems like a little, just a teeny bit of a limp right there. Lewis is like, let's see, 80 says, Lewis, I will do the shot in honor of you. Please save Lewis. Yes, just sit this one out, Lewis. Sit this one out. I am concerned. 3rd and 3. Again, 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. This could be a huge touchdown right now if Washington's able to get either the first down or the touchdown. But let's see. Can Texas defense come up big? They give it to Johnson. Yeah, Dylan Johnson's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. They were on him tighter than security at an airport on that play. Now, there is a player that's currently down right now for Washington, so I hope that this is something that's not serious there. Medical staff is looking at him. But that time, yeah, Texas said, we are not going to let you just come in and run this ball. RC says, JB, Braden, can Texas limit them to a field goal? And so I believe the field goal unit should be coming out here. They should be coming out. Lewis says he'll take a field goal. He's feeling mighty generous right now. He says he'll take a field goal. Braden says bad play call. Yeah, I mean, running it, just considering all that we've seen so far with Texas and stuff like that, I probably would have I would have faked it on that one and probably threw it to like maybe the tight end on an intermediate route or something like that. But hey, what can I say? It's easier to say it in hindsight when it doesn't work. But again, we're currently right now at the commercials. There is an injured player for Washington. And when we come back, it's going to be 4th down coming up for the Huskies, 4th and 5 from the Texas 9-yard line. So even coming away with a field goal for that defense, considering where Washington started off, that's a W there. Let's see. Braden says they did, RC. And so 80 says, Lewis, if they don't kick a field goal and go for it, I will do 3 shots. Oh, man, 80s. I'm really hoping they go ahead and kick the field goal. I'm highly concerned for the both of you right now. Gee, this is not how we want to start off 2024. Not this many drinks. Gee. Again, we still got 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. I can't believe that Quinn Ewers only has 97 yards passing so far in the game. Shocker. RC says, JB, I'm about to run out of ice cream and icy fruit cups. LOL, I need more from the store. And so, oh man, RC living the life there. Yes. Oh man. What kind of ice cream you aiming for? All right, and again, we are currently right now at the commercial here. And we've got 57 votes in the poll right now. 53% leaning towards Washington. So keep them votes coming in here. Keep them votes coming in. Let's see if we can possibly reach maybe 75 by the end of the third quarter. That would be fantastic. Lewis says, yeah, I just need 12 more points. So he's like, I'm cool with it. He's like, I'm cool with it. The way that these two teams are scoring, as long as they keep scoring each possession, I'll get there. Kenneth says, today I started my new year spending time with my brother and his niece today. And so, okay, bet. That sounds fun. That sounds real fun right there, Kenneth. Real fun. Absolutely. Best way to spend it. Lewis says 7 touchdowns equals 49 points. And so that's a lot of points. It's a lot of points right there, Lewis. A lot of points. All right, so we got the field goal unit coming out here for Washington. Going to try to go for 3 points here. Grady Gross. Grady Gross. Let's see, 4th and 5. All right, and the kick is up right down the middle. No issues there. And so that's going to extend the lead now to 10 points, 31-21. Washington on top of this one. How does Texas respond here in the third quarter with 7 minutes and 44 seconds to go? Braden says, kick the field goal, smart thing to do, and that's exactly what they did. Lewis says, it also equals 7 shots so far. Oh, man, Lewis. RC says, JB, you know me. I like butter pecan or chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. Those chocolate chip cookie dough ice creams have been on JB's list as of late. But butter pecan is good as well. Absolutely. Butter pecan. You ever added butter fingers to butter pecan and stuff like that? Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so Washington getting ready to kick things off. Again, here in the third quarter, 7 minutes and 44 seconds left to go. 80 says, damn, he says, Lewis, that's impressive. He says, that's impressive. Oh, man, now we understand why we don't see Lewis on every single stream. It probably takes him a couple days to recover after a night like this. But, man, we're going to save the shots for the Iowa games for you, Lewis. We're going to manage just the Iowa games. Meanwhile, Texas on the return. Takes it out to about the 20. And so, yeah, these kick returners got to stop muffing the ball. All right, let's see what Texas does here. And so Kenneth says, when is the next stream for us all? And so, well, Kenneth, JB does not know when the next stream is going to be and stuff like that. And for anybody that hasn't heard just yet, yeah, due to the fact that JB's been out of work for a little minute now, so I will not be able to continue to stream until I get that next form of income. JB's got a ton of, interviews lined up this week. So hopefully between this week, next week, hopefully I get an offer by the end of next week. So that way I can return sooner rather than later. But unfortunately, this will be JB's last play-by-play for a little while. Hopefully not too long, though. But I don't know the exact time and stuff like that. So just wish JB a bunch of luck. And let's go out with a bang until that next stream is. But here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Texas Longhorns. After picking up the first down on the ground, they snap it. They give it to the back again. And they're going to continue to run that ball because that is what's been working so far for Texas in this one. AD says the pass receivers this year were called Butterfingers. And let's see, RC said Texans had better keep up if they know what's good for them. Yes, I'm thinking the same thing. 2nd and 5. Here in the shotgun, and another penalty. Another penalty. Lewis says, if I would have took the under, I probably would be on maybe 2. And Lewis says 80s LOL, and so yes. Braden says false start. Yep, Texas, ton of penalties in this one against them. They've done a good job in the first half overcoming them. But here in the second half, the pressure is on. 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation. Tight end goes in motion. Gets the snap. Fakes it to the back. Throws that one. Gets the completion there to his receiver. And, man, that pressure is coming off the edge. That was Mitchell with the catch there. Going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. And so let's see. JJ's laughing. Kenneth says next championship next Monday night. And so national championship next Monday night. And so, yes, absolutely. And what a championship game it is going to be. But we got 3rd and 5 right now for the Texas Longhorns. All right, let's see what they do here. But, man, you better pick up this first down. That's all I'm going to say. Gets the snap. On the move. Throws it up there. Incomplete. There's just nothing he can do. He does not have the time or anything for this one. Yeah, that time pressure got to him, and man, still took a hit. Still took a hit. Fourth down coming up, and that's exactly what Washington wanted right there. And this is where things start to get a little bit dangerous now because, one, you run the risk that Washington can score again. That's a very well good possibility right there that they can score again. And then Texas, right now, they can't throw the ball, so they're having to run the ball. And when you run the ball, it takes off more time. Obviously, the clock continues to run. And so just a couple key things here, especially when you're not scoring touchdowns quickly. So just a couple factors. Let's see if this Texas defense can step up. 80 says, JB Nation will pass the hat to get the funds for you to stream the college football playoff national championship. You say how much you need. And so the thing is, 80s, even if like I will not get anything from YouTube until I think like the 21st of the month would be like the next time I would get something from YouTube and stuff like that. But yeah, your boy is down big time and stuff like that on this end here. So that will not, do that there. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yes, so JB's in it deep. JB's in it deep. Braden says, well, JB, the committee got it right. And so I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. I do. I do agree with that. Lewis says, okay, need any kind of points this drive. So Lewis is like, Rebecca needed any kind of points as long as we score points here. It's got to come from Washington, though. It's got to come from Washington at this point. It really does. And so, but yeah, because basically the next schedule for YouTube, because YouTube releases their checks typically through the 21st through the 26th of each month. So regardless of how much you have, they won't release the funds until around the 21 through the 26th in that regards. SM says, I still hate Vince Young, so I'm glad Texas is losing. You hate Vince Young? Tell me the story about that, hating Vince Young. Vince Young was one of the guys that I did like. And let's see, Anderson, Job, what's good with you? And he says, OnlyFans link. And so, not exactly. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is the Dixon Way who came through and rated the channel here, his YouTube channel. So feel free to check him out and subscribe to his channel there. He's got some great content on his channel there, but definitely not OnlyFans. Let's see. RC said things can get messy fast. Let's see. Lewis says the committee set you up. And so, I mean, and you guys heard it. When the committee made their pick, I said they made the right pick. They really did, because without Florida State having their starting quarterback, they just wasn't the same team. They was not the same team without him. And that was pretty evident and stuff like that. And the game that he got hurt, too, they were struggling against, I forget the name of that school, but it was like a smaller program and stuff like that. And so you look at their win against Louisville, it wasn't too impressive. So there it is. Right? It says, oh, my. Let's see. SM says, you're a SC fan. And so I say less. I forgot about that. Hey, that was a great time. That was a great time back then. I'm not going to lie. That was a great time. The Reggie Bush era. Give my man back his trophy. Matt Leinart. Love those guys. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Throws it. Completed to his receiver. Easy first down to McMillan. The DB villain. But no, when it came to that Texas team, because I remember they had beat Ohio State that year just to get to the championship game and stuff like that. And it was our only loss that season because we had Troy Smith as our quarterback and stuff like that. So that was the year before we ended up losing in the championship game to Florida. But we had lost to the Longhorns early in that regular season. So I guess I should share that same dislike, but I just couldn't do it. All right, 1st and 10. Michael Penix on the move. Michael Penix, look at him run. And so he slid about 2 yards shy of that first down marker. But, hey, he's all smiles. He knows how to make it do what it do. And considering some of the teams that are going to be earlier in the NFL draft, you're going to have that ability for sure. 80 says, I will pay for JB to not do OnlyFans. And so I appreciate that, 80s. Let's see. Braden says Penix only has 3 completions. That is a fact. 19 of 22. He throws it. That's going to be another completion, but he will be just a little shy of that first down marker. And again, we're here in the third quarter with about 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And third down coming up, and he is just shy by about half a yard of that first down marker. Kenneth says that school was South Alabama team. He got hurt in that game. And so, yes, that's right. That is right. That is right. RC says, JB, so on the 21st, YouTube sends you 4,100 and you just keep on streaming for LOL or no. And so I wish that was the case, but that is not the case. That is not the case. If that was the case, JB wouldn't have any problems there. Meanwhile, hands it to the back, and Johnson's going to pick up the first down. Picked up about 2 yards there in the carry. So fresh new set of downs, and with every first down, you take off a little bit more time, you get a little bit more closer to scoring and adding some more points and applying more and more pressure. Matter of fact, look at the difference in time of possession right now. 26 minutes in favor of Washington and just over 15 minutes in favor of Texas. And if you guys hear JB say it once, you heard it a million times. Time of possession. That's how you go out there and win big games, by dominating time of possession. 1st and 10. Michael Penix Jr. looking in that pocket, moving around, moving, throws it, gets the completion. Again, doesn't matter if he's on the move or what. He gets it done. He gets it done. Let's see. RC says, JB, I'm just giving you crap. Keep your head up, bro, nonstop. And so, yes, I appreciate that. And, hey, I understand. That's the goal, right? That would be nice. Braden says, didn't know Texas played Ohio State in the 2000s. And so, yes, that was the year before we lost to the Florida Gators and Tim Tebow and company in the championship game in which they beat my team in both sports. But, yes, I remember that. Troy Smith was my favorite quarterback up until we got he was actually, I think he is my all-time favorite quarterback just because, you know, one of the first couple of quarterbacks that I remember us having that was really good. And he won the Heisman that year too. Well, the following year he won the Heisman. So, yes, JB does not forget certain losses because we went on to run the table the rest of the year. All right, but we got 60 votes right now, and Washington's up 53%. Continue to have those votes come in here. We still got 2 minutes and 55 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, so we still have our goal of getting to about 75 votes here before the end of the quarter, possibly. So it's still within reach. Still within reach. Let JB know where you stand in this one. Washington surely has the momentum, but we've seen crazier endings. Crazier endings. Braden says, oh, yeah, they played Texas in the Fiesta Bowl too. And so, yes, that's right. Yes. So, absolutely. Because back then, honestly, we were basically playing back then for who has to write the passage to challenge most likely USC up until Florida took over and stuff like that in a championship game. Oh, yes. But that brings back many memories from that time period. You know, I remember with West Virginia, they were in contention with Pat Wright, Steve Slayton during those times and stuff like that. So I remember quite a few of those teams from that period especially. And believe it or not, Braden, back then, Iowa actually had an offense back then. I know it's hard to believe, but they really did. They really did. Let's see, JJ says UGA going to repeat next year. And so I can certainly see them, you know, getting back in there, that's for sure. And then let's not forget the extended, you know, playoffs as well. And so but I wouldn't call it, you can't call it a repeat though because of this year. So you can't call it a repeat. And so as tough as that is, it can't be a repeat. But, you know, if you guys were to win, maybe it could be called a dynasty. So it may not be a repeat, but it could be called a dynasty. Braden says, I won't mention your record against the SEC teams. I appreciate that, Braden. Unfortunately, we never get to play the easier teams in the SEC, unfortunately. I'm like, why can't we play a Mississippi State? Why can't we play a Vanderbilt? Why can't we play one of them? 2nd and 1. Penix throws it, completed to the back. He's got a guy in front of him. He's running, still moving, and he's slung forward all the way to about the, let's say, 36-yard line, 36, 35-yard line, but he's moving in the right direction. With 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter in Washington. They are on a dangerous drive right now. Somebody talk to Texas. They got to step it up. They got to do something to at least hope to a field goal here because things can get ugly quick. Let's see. Braden says, yeah, they won the Orange Bowl in one of those years. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Running back goes in motion. Oh, man, Texas is bringing pressure. Penix throws it. Oh, running back unable to handle it, though. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. 1:42 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. And again, Washington's up 31-21 right now. Braden says Texas in big trouble if Washington scores a touchdown here. And so I think we all can sort of sense it right now how big of a moment this is. Even just to hold them to 3 points, that would be huge. But Texas has lost faith right now in their passing game so far. Snaps it. Michael Penix Jr., he knows what to do. And he gets brought down from behind, taking it all the way to the 22-yard line and a 1st down. So Michael Penix Jr. says, hey, I can move that ball. He says, throwing it, running it, I can make it do what it do. There's just so many things that this offense can do. All right, so we got 1st and 10. Ball at the 23-yard line of Texas. They're going to give the ball here to Dylan Johnson, and Dylan gets back to the line of scrimmage there. I'm sorry, that wasn't Dylan right there on the carry. Still the running back. Rogers. Uh-oh, Braden living in the future again. Oh, maybe he's talking about quarterback one day. Okay, I was like, oh, man, how far ahead are you right now, Braden? We got 45 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Washington facing 2nd and 10 right now. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Oh, they snapped the ball. Got it to the receiver. Oh, man, looked like that was perfectly timed on that play there. Everybody moved at the same time. Wow. Just wow. All right, but that play right there can run out the rest of that 3rd quarter there. And I'm assuming that's what they're going to aim for here. So run out the rest of the 3rd quarter and take it to the 4th quarter with the score right now. Washington up 31-21. Texas held without a point in the 3rd quarter. So Washington, they're winning right now the 2nd half. But right now, if you're Texas, you got to wake up. Wake up or something. Braden says they keep running those wide receiver screens and they keep working. And they'll continue to work until Texas finds a way to stop them. But man. 80 says, Braden, are you calling OT? Is Braden calling JB OT? That would be a bold statement right now, Braden. But if it worked out, it would really make it seem like you see in the future. But nah, Braden's like he's here for Washington to win, so no way. And again, we're currently right now at the commercial. When we come back, it'll be the start of the 4th quarter. Lewis says, I can use this timeout. Yes, you can, Lewis. Yes, you can. And you certainly should. And again, with 60 votes right now, 53% leaning towards the Washington Huskies. And right now, since the 2nd half, it's been all Washington Huskies so far in this one. But can Texas have a 4th quarter that's big enough to overcome this? First things first, with the Huskies having the football here, 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 5 at the Texas 18-yard line. It starts on 3rd and 5, getting the stop there. This current drive, 10 plays, 63 yards in about 5 minutes and 39 seconds in terms of time of possession. Kenneth says, tell us your team versus the SEC. And so, oh man, Kenneth. Oh man, you're going to put JB in a bad spot there. So many bad memories against the SEC. Oh man. All JB can think about is a bunch of L's. This is something that maybe JB doesn't want to think about. Is there a certain time period that we're looking for, or is it just all time, Kenneth? Just all time? Oh boy, I don't think JB wants to know that answer. I don't think I want to know that answer. But I'm sure if I don't look it up, Braden will look it up. So let me at least control the narrative here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see. Let's see. Oh man, this is a lot. This is a lot. Making JB go to the archives and stuff like that. 80 says JB's other initials are SEC. Oh man, y'all got JB in a bad place here. This is not good. Not good. All right, so meanwhile, back to the action here. And again, I'll have to look through some of this here, make sure this information is accurate. And I'm not liking what I'm seeing. Michael Penix Jr. gets the snap, and before he can do anything, there's going to be a penalty here. They stop the play, so this should be against the offense here. Ooh. Yeah, so, yeah, this is not looking good at all. Not looking good at all. Because every time I think about it, I mean, like against Florida, lost pretty much every time we played them. LSU, believe me, lost every time we played them. I cannot remember us really beating LSU. So this is not good. JB don't want to have this discussion. 3rd and 10, throws it away, incomplete. Incomplete. Oh man, somebody come in and save JB right now. This is not good. But that's a big time incompletion right there for Texas, one in which they needed badly. So this will bring out the field goal unit here for Washington. He made one earlier from 26 yards out. See if we can connect again on this one to extend the lead. This is 41 yards out. It's a little further than earlier. All right, let's see. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good, but there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Let's see what the penalty is going to be. Braden says, no JBOT. No JBOT. On a positive note, though, Ohio State seems to be, undefeated against Vanderbilt and the Arkansas Razorbacks. So those are two positives there. Add Kentucky to that list as well. So, yeah. Every other team in the division, though, losing record against them. And it's bad. Oh, it's bad. I had no idea we were 0-2 against South Carolina. This is bad. JB wants some payback now. But we're not ready for payback, so JB will wait. All right, again, the score right now, Washington 34, Texas 21. Braden says, FCS Championship on Saturday, Montana versus South Dakota State. SM says, no JBOT. Lewis says, I won't make it to OT. I'm highly concerned that's the case. So, yes, for Lewis's sake, no OT. All right, got the kickoff here. Going to return. Oh, keep muffing the ball. What is up with these guys? Brought down at about the 15-yard line, but yes, continuously muffing the ball here. Just don't return it. If you can't handle the ball, Robinson, just don't return it. Just don't return it. It's just that simple. Let's see. Braden says, you're looking at your records versus the SEC teams. And so, yes, it's not good. It's not good at all. At all. At least recent memory is not good at all. So, wow. Shameful. Shameful. I'm literally embarrassed looking at that record. So we're just not going to talk about the SEC at all. All right, so here we go for Texas right now. 1st and 10, receiver goes in motion, and they're going to head it to the back here. And at some point, Texas is going to have to get more aggressive and throw the ball. You just got to throw this ball. Give yourself a chance here. You're going to have to pass this ball. Stop it, Braden. You know that. Something tells me you know the answer. You know the answer. Stop it. You're badgering the YouTuber. Face it to the back. Ewers throws it. Nice completion there for the first to Sanders. But yeah, oh man. So far they've met 5 times, and the all-time record, Bama has won 4 of those 5. So there you have it. The one time they lost was the year that Ohio State won the championship back in 2014. We will include that. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Longhorns. Running back goes in motion. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Ewers putting pressure, throws it, gets it completed again to Sanders. And so Sanders tiptoeing on the sidelines, and he can't tiptoe no more. So it's going to be a 1st down here for the Texas Longhorns. And so it's nice to see Sanders out here starting to make some plays. Fakes it to the back. Ewers gonna throw it to the back, and the back making a move. He's still running all the way to that 22-yard line. Now the ball came out. Was he down? Referees look like they believe he was down. He had better been down, is all I can say. All right, let's see. Braden says, and it was in the Sugar Bowl too. Lewis says, okay, Texas, go get me my touchdown. Braden says, what a move. And so, yes, he moved so well. The other guy looked like he wasn't moving. Oh, he did fumble that ball. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That ball was out. Like, how did I not see that? He was out. Wow. AD says he was down. Oh, man. Man, they're gonna review it, but if I'm the running back, I don't need to look. I already know. But 80 says he was down, so let's see. Let's see. Brandon says you played against Alabama in the Sugar Bowl in 1978 too. And you say wow, and so yes, this is a major wow. Major wow. Lewis says, snap it. Snap it. All right, so that puts us right now. That's like 55. So all you need is 1 more touchdown, Lewis. That's all you need. JJ says, LOL. Lewis just needs 6 more points. Kenneth says, did you play in that game? And so, man, JB's not old enough for that. JB's not old enough for that. Oh, man, 78. I know JB may have a gray beard and it can be deceitful, but no, JB's not old enough for that now. JB was born in '93, so JB was born the last time that the Detroit Lions had actually won their division prior to this year. So that's going back. That's going back. That lets you know how long it's been. Lewis says this is going to be a long quarter. JJ says OMG. Again, 34-21 right now is the score. And right now, currently still a commercial now as the referees will be checking out the replay to see if indeed Texas fumbled the ball again. Braden says, wow, Kenneth. And so, oh man. I would have to ask Mr. JB if he played in that game. Oh man. And so Kenneth says he was born in '87. And so, okay, bet. Kenneth can certainly speak to the changes of all the video gaming systems throughout the years, because especially if you're born around that time right there, you're exactly at that perfect time to see all the different changes and stuff like that, how it changed in the early 90s to late 90s, early 2000s, and then so forth to what it is today. But yes, Washington with the football. Now, Michael Penix Jr., he's looking. If he takes a deep shot, look out. He throws it. Incomplete. Even when he throws an incompletion, I got to wait to the very last second to make sure, because he just doesn't throw incompletions like that. Let's see. Raiden says, oh, shots fired. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Running back coach said, I'm the one going to take the blame. They're going to blame me. Y'all going to be fine, but they're going to blame me. They're going to say, I'm not teaching y'all to hold on to the ball. That's what he's saying over there if you needed the translator and stuff like that. So that's what he's telling the running backs. 2nd and 10. Gonna go deep. What a beautiful pass through the air. And that had to be pass interference. That ball got caught in the air. I'll admit that. It got caught in the air, but that was such a beautiful pass, though, just watching that one in the air. I mean, when that ball comes out, I genuinely expect for it to be completed. Braden says, game over if Washington scores the touchdown. Lewis says, need a pick 6. Lewis, I didn't think it mattered who scored. I thought you just needed the points. Let's see. JJ says, what do you mean? And stuff like that. Braden says pass interference. All right, we got 12 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. And again, we're at, let's see, 60 votes right now. So Washington's still leading the poll. They've got all the confidence in the world, but with 12 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, the objective is to still score and take off some time. Oh, we got a trick play here. We got a trick play. He's doing what? He throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Got me excited there for a second. Heck, Texas is the team that needs to be doing some trick plays. Lewis says pick 6, slot closer. Oh, man. All right, 2nd and 10. Here in the shotgun, gets the snap, throws it. Oh, incomplete. Separated the receiver from the ball there. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 10. Let's see, JJ says, JB is the guy. I appreciate that. Yes, Braden says, Fliff Referal. Yes, I got excited. I'm not going to lie, I got excited. I thought I saw points come up there. But what I did see come up there is one more vote in this poll. Love it. Another one came in for, looks like Washington. Okay. Who's going to be the bold guy in the chat that says Texas is going to come back? Who's going to be that guy? Braden says, huge play here. He's expecting a huge play. And Braden, he knows the future. Trips at the top of the screen, gets the snap. Michael Penix Jr. on the move. Michael Penix Jr. throws it short. Caught by the back, and oh, he gets hit. He gets hit. Okay, let's see if Texas can rally off of that. Big time stop there by the defense, and one in which they needed. 12 minutes to go here in the fourth. Again, Washington up 34-21. Braden says stopped. If we can just get, even if it's for special teams, just get like a big time return or something that can really swing the momentum here. Kenneth says, I got a lunch date tomorrow with my uncle, and so nice. Where you guys plan on eating out at? 80 says Texas is going to come back. 80 says he will be that guy, but he will deny it if it doesn't happen. All right, so we are currently right now at the commercial here. So Texas is now or never. It is now or never. Let's see. Kenneth says Longhorns Steakhouse. And so, oh, nice. Yes, JB's got to go ahead and stop by there sometime in the future for sure. Take the wife there. But that's nice. That's nice. Lewis says, stop giving hope to the under bettors and score already. He says he's done with the under crew. He says 2024, he's going over and over again. And again, we are still right now at the commercial here. But Michael Penix Jr. putting on a clinic once again. 24 of 32 for 372 yards and 2 touchdowns. And so if they get the opportunity to play in a championship game and he can replicate that, look out. That's all I'm going to say. Look out. 80 says JB only eats Bojangles. And so that is not a fact. Matter of fact, well, you know what? JB's not going to give us evidence then. He doesn't want to cooperate, but absolutely. I only had Bojangles, I think, one time in 2023. I think one time. That's it, just one time. I know 2022, I was hitting it very hard, but 2023, one time, I think. All right, so here we go. Yeah, Quinn Ewers, this is on you, buddy. If they're going to come back, it's going to be because of you. But if they don't, it's because of you. I'm just letting you know that. After their own 28-yard line, tight end goes in motion, hands it to the back. Come on, you don't have 2 running backs don't fumble the ball. 2 running backs that fumble the ball and stuff like that. You need to score quickly and stuff like that. You need to score quickly. I get it. The ground game has been working, but right now you're getting too many fumbles here. You're just now getting Quinn Ewers to finally settle down. Throw this ball, baby. Throw this ball. 2nd and 7. Another penalty. And let's see. JJ says, Happy New Year. Yes, Happy New Year again to everybody. False start here on the Texas Longhorns. And they're just stepping in it. They're just stepping in it and just smearing their foot all in it right now. They're just stepping all in it. How many penalties does it take to knock out a Longhorn? Well, we're finding out that answer today. Ewers throws it. Gets the completion. Picks up the first down to the 41-yard line. Hurry up. Have a little bit of sense of urgency about yourself. You need some momentum here, and you got to go down there and score. Come on, baby. Don't act like you're the team that's up 34-21. Move the ball like you did against Oklahoma State. Move the ball like you did against them. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Looking. Brought down for the sack. Brought down for the sack. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I wonder how many times I'm going to make the mistake of writing 2023 on a piece of paper before I finally just lock in 2024. I wonder how many times I make that mistake. All right, 2nd and 13. Shotgun formation for the Texas Longhorns from their own 38-yard line following that sack. Going to throw it quickly. Caught by the back, and the back goes out of bounds here. Holds onto the ball. But looks like he is in some pain there. And that's C.J. Baxter. Again, he started off the year as running back 2. But due to the injury to Brooks, he is running back 1. And now he seems to get up a little limpy there. All right, so medical staff will go to him. We got 3rd and 5 coming up. Again, 4th quarter, 9 minutes and 26 seconds to go here in the 4th with Washington up 34-21. So right now, if you're Texas, you're holding on to hope, but right now, hope is getting a bit more slippery right now. You don't want the ball to go back to Washington if you are Texas. But be sure if you haven't done so already, go ahead and cast your vote. This one is not finalized just yet, as a touchdown can easily change things. Oh, man, they have to show my Lakers again. Must remind me of another team that's struggling of mine. Braden says, might want to think about going for it if they don't get it here. And so without question, you play to win the game. At least give yourself the best percentage to do just that. Oh, man, another guy for the Texas Longhorns headed to the sideline here. So we got 3rd and 5. Let's see. Braden says, oh, JB, I remember in Texas didn't use Baxter against Oklahoma. And so that's true. That's true. Oh, man, what a throw. What a throw. Finally, to about the 16-yard line, to the Worthy one. That's right, Xavier Worthy, one of Braden's top 2 favorite players in this game. And the fact that I haven't said his name too much tells you everything that you need to know about why things are how they are right now. Lewis says, come on, Texas, I need one more shot. And so do it for Lewis. Do it for Lewis. That was his 2nd catch. He's got 2 catches for 45 yards. Come on, Quinn Ewers. We can still do this. We can still do this. Throw that ball. Get it. Make him miss. Shove him off you. Shove him off you. That man's half your weight. Braden says, wow, that was a beautiful throw. Let's see. RC says, JB, it's the year of Manu Ginobili. Good old Manu Ginobili. And Kobe Bryant. Jerseys numbers 20 and 24. And so I like what you did there. Yes. Yes. JB's all for that. Or I guess in Patriot Talk 24, Ty Law, one of my favorite players, Stephon Gilmore when he was with us. 2nd and 4, and oh, incomplete. Baby, come on. You got to get that. You got to get that. Stop goofing around. You got to get that. Let's see. RC says, JB, I think we're going to miss you, bro. And so, you know JB, he's very resilient. So it may not be immediately, but JB will find opportunities here to at least try to put together a stream, even if it's not a play-by-play, but I can try to find something during that time. Let's see, Braden says, wow, that was a beautiful throw. And so it was, but what's more beautiful is completions. And right now, JB needs to see some completions here. 3rd and 4. Going to toss it to the back. in the back. Still running. Gets the first down. And he's just a few yards shy of that end zone. So right now, if you're Texas, hey, second half is not going the way you want it to, but right now you're with an opportunity to change that narrative right here, right now. You got first and goal. Going to hand it to the back there, and the back is going to pick up a yard, okay. Important to protect the football first and foremost. RC says JB loves that chicken from Popeyes. Yes, yes. Braden says just short. Throws it up there. Oh, wow. How did he catch that? How did he catch that? I thought he jumped too early, but it's like he hung in the air, and I don't know how to explain it, but he made it do what it do. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. And that right there is Uber's first passing touchdown of the game. And again, of course, they'll check the replay here, but look at that spectacular catch there. Lewis says, oh, please let it stand. Please let it stand. Braden says touchdown. JB says touchdown. Braden says what a catch. Referee says it's a catch. Put them points on the board. 10 plays, 72 yards, 3 minutes and 56 seconds in terms of time possession off the clock, and the extra point is good. It is good. So we are here in the fourth with 7 minutes and 23 seconds left to go. AD said it earlier that JB picked Texas. Is anybody else going to pick Texas here to come back and pull this one off? Although I really do feel more neutral than anything, but absolutely, what a big-time play. That's huge. Huge for this game. We had a barn burner earlier, and right now we're in the mix of one here. Washington still on top, 34-28, but Texas right now, they're starting to have more confidence. Quinn Ewers, 18 of 29, 225 yards passing and a touchdown. Can he do it? Lewis says, thank you. There it is. W, and nobody can take that away from you. But they need to take the drinks away from you, Lewis. You are done for the night. You got your W. Anything else is just pure torture at this point. Bessie Braden says, when JB's wears the red hoodie, crazy things happen. And so, yes, that's why I have to be selective. The red hoodie, it speaks to me, Braden. It lets me know when it's time. It says it is time. And so that's how you know. I don't choose it. It chooses me. But let's not forget, Washington, extremely dangerous. And if you're going to tell me that Washington cannot, at the very least, get in field goal range, that's going to sound very ludicrous right now because this team, they can really move that ball. So let's see what happens here. Very intriguing to see. Now that Texas got a little bit of momentum here, can they find a way to get the ball back? Washington, though, if they go out there, put together a 4 or 5 minute drive and cap it off in the end zone or a field goal or something, that can be detrimental. Lewis says, okay, JB, I'm just going to lay down and listen to the rest of the game. And so thank you. Wise decision there. Wise decision there. I thought I was going to have to send Mr. JB over there to save you at this point. Oh, man. Lewis says, if I pass out, great stream. And so, oh, man, I absolutely understand that, Lewis. And so, of course, appreciate it. And you guys know how JB posts to the community chat and stuff like that. So I'll keep you guys updated there. And again, I mean, I can still sure find, other opportunities for stuff outside of just play-by-plays and stuff like that. So, but yeah, definitely wish JB luck. It's going to be a very important week right here for JB with a ton of interviews lined up. So certainly that's going to be the move for JB on this end. Absolutely. So I guess I'll call it a mini vacation with poor timing for sure. But yes. And I hope when I return, Lewis, I find out that you got a ton more W's, but hopefully not too many drinks on these games now. This is we don't want to end 2024 in rehab, Lewis. We don't want that for you. Oh man, I can see it now. Lewis starting off like, my name is Lewis and I got a problem with winning. It causes me to drink too much. I can see that. Lewis says, I got my notifications on. Bet. 80 says, Lewis, drink. You can do it. Don't listen to 80s. Don't listen to him. He's the evil voice that wants you to go beyond your limits. But yeah, I mean, Mitchell got ups now. He got ups. He went up there and he got that one down. That one fan that started jumping the moment that she seen the ball in his area, she already knew that he was going to make that play. All right, but here we go for Washington. From their own 25-yard line, Michael Penix Jr. up under center right now. Receiver going to go in motion, one back in the backfield. Play fake, looking, pressure in front of him, steps up, throws that one short. It's completed. Can he make a couple guys miss? Absolutely not. They knock him out of bounds there. Probably lost half a yard on the play. And so excellent job there by the Texas defense. They're starting to fly around. You can tell when the defense is gaining confidence, and they are gaining confidence. Braden says, hope the interviews go well, JB, and you find a new job fast. JB's hoping so as well. And you already know that Miss JB is hoping that as well. So absolutely. Absolutely. We got a penalty here. Oh, wow. That's one thing that Texas is, I mean, aside from the turnovers and stuff like that, the amount of sheer penalties, man, that's just crazy. Lewis says in 2024, how many hangovers will I have? Over, under 55.5, over. Strong over. That line is way too small. All right, here we go. 2nd and 11 there after the penalty. Throws it. Oh, nice completion there, but he's about 2 yards shy of that first down marker. RC says, I passed out during the second quarter. LOL. He said, JB, so I'm up now. He says he's up, like up now. So, okay, bet. Braden says he'll take the under. He'll give Lewis the benefit of the doubt there, under 55. Okay, he says for Lewis' sake anyways, he hopes he's right. I'm hoping you're right. RC says Lewis going to catch a betting and DUI charge in the stream. No, we'll have to bail him out then. We'll have to raise money for Lewis there to bail him out. 3rd and 2. Oh, quick pass and a quick first down. And every first down is just that much more critical right there for the offense. Braden says, come on, get the first down. Lewis says, Braden, I don't like your chances. Tomorrow's already won. Braden says you cannot forget the offseason, the NFL offseason and stuff like that. He doesn't know how you're going to do during basketball season, so he took that into consideration. Well, I should say peak basketball season. All right, here we go, 1st and 10. Quick pass, completed. Slices the DBs, still running, brought down to about the 49-yard line. So Washington out here making it do what it do. RC says, JB, when they ask you why you do want to work, whatever it is, just say because I need a paycheck. So that, okay, wait a minute. Don't do that. And so yes. Oh, man. But yeah, my interviews, they typically take 3 to 4 rounds. And so that's the thing. They interview you, then you wait about a week before you hear anything, if you hear anything and stuff like that. Long process, but well worth it. Braden says, just need a field goal. He said, that'll do, just a field goal. And to the back, and that's Johnson. And Johnson fighting for yards there. Johnson picked up about 6 yards on the play. You can tell he's getting a little slow there, a little hobbled. RC says, JB, I was going to put out a garbage Iowa and Caitlin Clark video just because I wanted to put something out, but then I scrapped the video and said I just can't throw anything. I just can't do it. So that's true. That is true, because that is something that people are going to look at, the quality of your video. So that is true. 2nd and 3. Michael Penix taking a shot. Michael Penix, he knows what to do. He says Lewis is the only person that can take a shot here. He knows how to take a couple shots himself. And he converts. Now we got a first and goal situation right now. That is dangerous right now for these Texas Longhorns. Oh, dude didn't even see the ball. The DB didn't even see the ball. That's a quarterback who puts the ball on the money. He didn't even locate the ball. My guy's already eating a sandwich by the time the DB figures out that the ball's been caught. That is just incredible. Wow. Let's see, RC says, Braden, I was born with the jokes. Yes. Braden says, I can tell, RC. Then he says, what a catch. Speaking of catch, trying to catch the defense slacking here. Hands it to the back. They pick up about 3 yards. You got second and goal coming up. So now, if you're Washington, each play, you're taking off some time here. You're not too concerned. Obviously, you want to score, but you know, touchdown, field goal, both huge. Both huge. Quinn just wants one more opportunity. That's all he wants. One more opportunity. 3 minutes left to go here in the fourth. Tosses it to the back. And the back is going to lose a yard or two. Now Texas, thinking about the time right there. Looks like Steve just called a timeout there. Braden says, run it 3 times. He said, just run it 3 times. Run it. He says, like Chris Brown would say, run it. Lewis says, let's go. One more will do. No, Lewis, for Lewis's sake, no more. No more. Braden says, stuffed like a turkey. But again, Washington, Michael Penix Jr., tremendous performance. 29 of 37 for 430 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Do you know how that is to throw for 400 yards and to have no turnovers? That is incredible. But he doesn't stop there. 3 carries, 31 yards as well. Michael Penix Jr. ready for the NFL. But he's got a couple things in his mind first. Since he didn't get one trophy, he wants to get the other trophy. He wants a championship. So can he go out here and ice it on this drive? On third down, third and goal. Meanwhile, for Texas, Quinn Ewers, 18 of 29, 222 yards passing and a touchdown. But Penix gets the snap. The pressure's all around him. He's looking. He throws it. It's incomplete. And again, sometimes you got to know when to pick your battles there. You hate the fact that you stop the clock there without Texas having to use a timeout. They don't like that, but this is going to it's the only thing to do, but special teams. The only thing to do. Braden says they'll pass it here, not run it. RC says, I'm going to just call him Michael Pumpernickel. I can't call him that, Braden. Oh, man. Oh, man. "27-yard field goal attempt to make it a 2-possession game. Texas hoping for a miracle, but he makes it. So just like that, it is 37-28. And so Washington in good position right now. Can we be looking at a Washington versus Michigan championship game? RC says, JB is past your bedtime. You see JB struggling right now? Oh, man. Oh, man. But 64 votes right now in the poll, so I thank you guys so much for casting your votes here. And so I'm not going to say that it's over. I'm not going to say that it's over yet. But if the fat lady's not singing, she's definitely warming up right now and testing the mic. Let's see, Lewis says, Utah, 127, Dallas, 90. And so, oh, man, the dislike of Dallas. 80 says that it's over. He says he'll go ahead and call it. He says it is over. It's done. It's a wrap. Finalized. Finished. He says it is done. Let's see. Lewis says OU was at 247.5. It's over under. So, oh, man. Oh, man. To think that it's still within play. But, you know, Texas, they're going to want to come out here and at least try. So they'll try to see if they can at least, I can see them trying to get in field goal range, kick the field goal, try an onside kick, fail the onside kick, and then Washington ends up being able to run out the clock. I can see it concluding that way. 80 says, is Matt Patricia screwing over the Eagles because he's still mad about the Philly special? Right now, he's creating the Philly not so special on defense. So that's exactly what it is. You guys brought in a traitor. Let's see, Braden says, hold on, 80s. Okay, Braden says, hold on, it's not over yet. Okay. All right, let us see. With 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go, kickoff. Oh, it's going to sprint kick it here. Excellent job. Gets it at the 10, 20. Brought down to about the 24-yard line. That's where Texas will take over. So now, Quinn Ewers, what are you going to do? Can you lead this team down to score? Can you make some big-time throws here and do it quickly? Lewis says, thank goodness, no touchdown. And so, man, for Lewis, for your sake, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, here we go, 1st and 10. Looking, throws it. Gets the completion, okay. It's going to be a 1st down. Picked up about 11 yards there on the catch. That's Mitchell again with the catch. Mitchell again who got that touchdown last time out there. Texas got to hurry up here. Got to hurry up and keep throwing it. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the 4th. Ewers in the pocket. Ewers on the move. Ewers. Goes out of bounds to pick up the 1st down there. Generous spot there. Pick up about 13. Quinn Ewers is doing everything within his power not to help JB out here. I can see that much. Do it with your arm. RC says, people can be really cruel, JB. When I was out of work for 6 months, someone called you that. You said needed some very special check, and that person was a close family member who said that. And so, hate to hear it. Hate to hear that people can be so heartless and so not understanding. I mean, because especially you would think, with it being so common in these days, I mean, everywhere you look, you know, whether it's a big-time corporation like Google, you know, letting people off or whatever, it's all out there, especially now. But man, that is terrible. That is terrible. Ewers looking. Ewers on the move. Ewers. They're going to call a flag here. Going to call a flag. You're running too much, Ewers. Throw that ball. AD says, I'm sorry, that's messed up. SCRC says, Braden, I had to learn people going to talk. That is true. That is very true. They're going to say what they want, but at the end of the day, you can't let it break you. And so that is true. That is true. People will take all kinds of shots, especially those who just been waiting for you to have a down moment and stuff like that. That is so true. You will find out who really has your back during those moments. That is true. All right, so we've got the receiver being assisted there to the sideline. All right, so here we go. So right now, not too far from the end zone. And so, Lewis, you may want to cover your ears right now. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. Gets the snap, throws it, gets the completion before he's pushed out of bounds there. Nice pickup there, probably about 4 yards shy of that first down marker. 2nd and 4 coming up. 7 yards away from the end zone. Again, this drive, 5 plays, 68 yards, a minute, 21 seconds left. If you're Texas right now, you know you got 2 timeouts. You obviously got to score a touchdown here. Got to score a touchdown. And then you got to hope for a lucky break. The 2nd and 4. Looking, throws it up there, incomplete. Try to throw it again, and Mitchell. DB said, "You're not going to get me a second time." He says, "You're not going to get me a second time." So we got 3rd and 4 coming up. Braden says Texas should kick the field goal here. And so, I mean, you just got literally one more play, so I'd go ahead and throw it at this point. If they were going to do it, they should have did it a little bit earlier, but the difference of like 4 or 5 seconds with an incompletion, just go ahead. Unless you're talking about 4th down, then yes, keep the field goal if you don't get it. Throw it. Ball deflected. Incomplete. Incomplete. Decision time. Decision time. I'm with Braden here. Go ahead and kick the field goal. JJ says, okay, what did I miss? Well, JJ, I don't know what time you dipped out there, but 3rd quarter, it was all Washington. But here in the 4th quarter right now, Texas is fighting right now. They're in the red zone. Instead of that, they're going to go ahead and kick the field goal here to try to make it a 1-possession game instead of that. But ultimately, they're going to need some luck because they're going to have to first convert this, do an onside kick, try to get the ball. They've only got 2 timeouts. So it's a lot they need. But the field goal is good. So you executed on that part right there. That's good. You got 2 timeouts in your back pocket here. 1 minute and 9 seconds left. You must get this football, so you must get the onside kick. And let's see, 80 says TD. Braden says time to kick the field goal. RC says JJ, family members and friends being phony, talking ignorant and whatnot. And so, oh yes. Oh yes. Absolutely. Braden says, I see what you're doing, 80s. Yes, yes. Oh, man. So now the infamous onside kick. Can we get a miracle here? Can we get a Texas miracle? If they do get an onside kick and somehow ended up scoring, they should let us name this game for historic purposes. All right, Braden says kick is good. Again, 64 votes right now. Huskies leading the poll at 55%. But I'll await this onside kick before we take it down. Many say the onside kick is just too difficult to get. Lewis says, don't play 80s. All right, timeout is called here. And that's going to be Washington timeout here. Again, 1 minute and 9 seconds left to go. Onside kick is going to be the call here. We all know it. But how do you go about the onside kick? What's the most effective way to go about an onside kick? That is the question. When you think onside kick, successful onside kick, what game is the first game that comes to mind for you guys when you think about a successful onside kick attempt? I mean, let's see. I'm trying to think because I believe, was it Green Bay versus Seattle where there was a successful onside kick? RC says, Braden, I just stick to covering WNBA. and college women's basketball because whenever I talk NBA, my views are shorter than a bug's attention span with no sweet foods around. All right, but here we go, the onside kick. And recovered there by Washington. And so that right there, I mean, barring something catastrophic right there, that's tremendous right there for Washington. So, Washington, Michigan. Let's see. Braden says, you do a good job, RC. JJ says, RC, what's up? 80 says, Saints, Super Bowl the Saints. That's the first time I heard anybody say that this year. This year. We got to go back to the year before we realized that Drew Brees was broken. The last time I heard somebody talk about the Saints in the Super Bowl. You mentioned Saints in the Super Bowl, you get Mr. JB mad because he remembers when the Saints beat the Colts in the Super Bowl. All right, so they're going to run it. That's a yard on the play. Got to call timeout, timeout. All right, timeout call. 1 minute and 6 seconds left. Can this defense give this offense just an opportunity, even if it comes down to just a Hail Mary play? Braden says, JB, don't remind me about that onside kick. RC says, JJ fan, what's up, bruh? And let's see. Fan says, nah, it's Bucks. Let's see. Braden says, first down, game over. And so Braden living in the future. Time and time and time again. Just 1 minute and 6 seconds left in this one. Now let's see if Braden's future prediction is correct here. 2nd and 8. Shotgun. Gets the snap. Feeds it to the back. And the back is going to pick up a couple yards. About 2 yards there. 3rd down coming up. Timeout called here. So now you got 3rd down coming up. Can Ewers get another opportunity? That is the question. All right, 3rd and 5. Defense better be ready. JJ says nothing. All right, so 3rd and 5 again. Washington gets this. It is a wrap. It's done. It's over. But if Texas can somehow get a stand here, they would give themselves a slight, small opportunity. All right, here we go, 3rd and 5 right now. Receiver goes in motion, snaps it, feeds it to the back, and the back gets stopped immediately. Now there's a difference of 16 seconds, 15 seconds. Whoever's working that play clock is clearly on the payroll of Washington right there. They waited a couple seconds before they got that one started, but a difference of about 14 seconds here. Oh, man, we got somebody that's in pain right now for Washington. That is huge. Oh, my gosh, he looks like he's in a lot of pain. I hope he's okay. He is in a lot of pain here. Aside from the injury in which we hope that he's okay, that stops the clock. That injury right there stops the clock because that was Washington player. So that's going to stop the clock and leave Texas with a little bit more time than perhaps they originally would have had. So how about that? 80 says on the payroll, hashtag on the payroll. RC says JB about to throw his overcoat over the screen, and that means that's all, folks. Ode says this game has been crazy. Yes. Braden says, oh no. And so let's see. Braden says, hey, old man. And so if I am Texas, imagine if Texas has actually scored that touchdown and all they would have needed was a field goal and stuff like that in this scenario. But this right here will certainly, well, first and foremost, we hope he's okay. You see the players right now taking a knee on Washington. He looked like he was in a lot of pain. Oh, man. All right, so they're assisting him off the field there. And that is Dylan Johnson, 21 carries, 49 yards, 2 touchdowns. I hope that he is okay. There's certainly, we need him, obviously beyond this game as well. Man. Let's see. O says, what's good, Braden? SM says, JB, where do you think Penix gets drafted? I think top 10. He's got way too much talent here. Top 10, if they're smart, top 5. But I say somewhere between that 3 and 7 range. That's where I have Michael Penix Jr., my final evaluation as of right now, and stuff like that. JJ says, hey, old man. Let's see. O says, Penix looks real good, but he should fall to the second round right to the pass. I would love that, but if he fell to us, that means he would only slide past us and probably get drafted by a team like the Steelers or something like that. Kenneth says, I thought this game was over, and so I thought it was too. But hey, that's why we don't say it's over until the fat lady sings. And Braden called it. Braden said earlier that it was not over. Absolutely. Old says, what's good, Justin? SM says, didn't look good. And so, yes, I am highly concerned. When you see a guy in pain like that, we're talking a pro athlete in that kind of pain, does not look too good. JJ says, not much. 80 says, hey, old. RC says, Braden, no spoilers, G. He knows Braden will spoil like no other. But here we go. Punt on the way. Let's see if we get a return here. Fair catch at the 11-yard line. Bro, you got to give him, I was about to say, you got to give the man some space to make the catch. What do you think you're doing, son? What do you think you're doing? You can't just get to do this, man. SM says JBOT. And so, man, in order for us to get JBOT, we would need a touchdown and then a missed extra point is what we would need. And let's see. Old says, no, JB Penix needs to slide to the pass in the second round. It would be amazing. It would be. It would be. But I remember before the draft last year, I thought Anthony Richardson would slide and all like that until we got closer, then his stock caught fire. And I could see Michael Penix Jr.'s, stock catching fire and stuff like that and then elevating him into that, top tier. And so O says, why does it keep auto-correcting? Let's see. O says, 80s, how we doing? Braden says, oh, no. I think earlier when Braden said it, it asked me if I wanted to put Braden in timeout. And I was like, wait, what? And so it's tripping. All right, 1st and 10. Ewers throws it incomplete. This guy wasn't even looking for it. At least give your man a chance to get this pass. Like, Ewers, you got to do it now. You got to stop playing around. You got to do it now. Do it. JJ says, JJ needs to have some help. And so, yes, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Brandon says, why? RC says, I want some hot wings tomorrow. Leave it to RC planning the next meal already. But 2nd and 10, guys. Right now, Texas Longhorns, they still got a chance here with 41 seconds. Ewers over the middle. Incomplete. Son, what are we doing right now? What are we doing? Your receivers are not on the same page. Somebody talk to them before JB talks to them. What are we doing? Come on, Sarkeesian. You draw something up good. Kenneth says, how much time in the game? Right now, 38 seconds remaining. 38 seconds. Texas has no timeouts. So they got 38 seconds, and they're facing 3rd and 10 right now. They better come out ready to make it do what it do. All right, so they're going to go in 5 wide now from their own 31-yard line. Gets the snap. Ewers in the pocket. Ewers going deep. Oh, what a catch. Oh, my goodness. What a catch. You got to hurry up, son. You ain't got time to celebrate and stare at the crowd. You got to hurry up. Hurry up. Oh, my goodness. Ghost Rider in the building. What's good with you? He says, hey, guys, what's good with you? Braden says that was bad. Shotgun here. Gets the snap. Ewers going up there. Ewers. Oh, man. I felt that one. It was 50-50 for that time. The DB won. Woo! Look at that. Can you imagine a more heartbreaking scenario? In this case, 20 seconds. We thought they were done. Be sure to cast your vote if you haven't done so already, because this game still has some time. 20 seconds left. Wow. Let's see. Oh, it says stop looking at the crowd. Hashtag stop looking at the crowd. Brady says what a catch. 80 says 2 field goals to this OT. RC says holy spit, holy spit, holy spit. Oh, it says that was a crazy catch. It was. It was. Ewers, over 300 yards today. Ewers, an opportunity to be that guy, to be the hero, or to be the zero. What's it going to be? Big-time players make big-time plays. All right, so timeout's going to be called. So that's Washington. They call their second timeout. The coach is like, I've seen enough. Got to talk to my DBs here. Brady says another injury. And so, oh, man, another one? Oh, man, look at that. Texas since 2010, 1-42 when trailing by more than 13 points in the fourth quarter. And tonight, they trail by 13. But they're in position here despite everything, despite all the penalties, despite all the fumbles, despite all the mistakes. They are here right now with a chance to take the lead. My goodness. Just imagine if they had scored a touchdown on their prior drive instead of the field goal, and all they would have needed would have been the field goal. But, man, let's see. Ghost Rider says, I'm happy that the Bucs lost. Ghost Rider said he's happy about that. RC says a crazy ending just could happen. Yes. 20 seconds. They snap the ball. Ewers gonna throw it. Oh, on that sideline. That's a catch, baby. That's a catch. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, man. The little engine that could. Look at that. Perfect ball placement and a foot and bounce. That is excellent. But they're not done yet. They're not done yet. RC says, Braden, it must gonna rain fireballs tonight. You say, I'm in here watching football with y'all, and so, man, this is insane. 12 yards away from the end zone. 15 seconds remaining. What's going on? We don't need no replay. We don't need no replay. They're going to review it anyways. Why? Just to keep us here late for the views. All right, but let's double check, though. Ooh, wait a minute. That's a catch. That's a catch, man. Let's not overthink it. That's a catch. That's a catch. JJ says, OMG Ghost Rider. Braden says, oh, no, I got hit by one RC. And so that is a... Come on, that's a catch. Let's not overcomplicate things. Let's not overcomplicate things. That's a catch. He had his hand on the ball the entire time. Secured it, got the foot down. That's a catch. If you watch anything in too slow of a motion, you can believe what you want to believe, but that's a catch. 15 seconds remaining here in the fourth. Washington on top, 37-31. 80 says, please overthink it. He says, please overthink it. Oh, man. Yes. And the call, you know, pass complete. So let's see if they stick with that. This is huge. This is huge. All right, that is huge if they stick with that. Yep, play stance. There it is. There it is. There it is. All right, but I guess they took the time to make sure. Okay, 15 seconds remaining here in the fourth. And so what do? I say you got to find, oh, man, there's so many weapons that you got right now. So many weapons. Find somebody one-on-one on the outside. Put that jump ball up there. Find number 5. Find him. Find him. All right, Washington's going to call a timeout. They're going to call their final timeout right now. There's a lot right now going on, guys. A lot going on. Whoo! Can you guys imagine if we had a touchdown but then a missed extra point? Can you guys imagine if that happened? That would be insane. That would be insane. But, yeah, this has been a tremendous game. What a tremendous college football playoffs. I think we owe the committee an apology. And by we those who criticized them because they gave us the best potential matchups. And I knew it when I seen the matchups. They gave us the best potential matchups we could have ever asked for. Both teams right now. So everything on the line. You'll always remember this moment right here. Washington, Texas. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Braden says, here we go. Archie says, I'm feeling some heroics coming in. Let's see. Let's see. 1st and 10. Gets the snap. Fake it to the back. Do it to him. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's a waste of 5 seconds. Why in the world would you do that? Terrible play call. Terrible. 2nd down coming up. No idea what they're thinking on that play there. Get it together. Now you've limited yourself to maybe 2 shots at the end zone. You could have had 3, but 2 shots here. Come on, you practice these situations all the time. Let's go. 10 seconds. Gets the snap. Ewers in the pocket. Ewers throws it up there. Oh, who's going to catch that? Took off 5 seconds there. What are we doing? What are we doing? Eddie says JB fired up. RC says they just wasted 5 seconds. That's a lot. Braden says I was happy they gave us these matchups. Me too. Me too. Braden says his nerves. Everybody nerves here. To be this close, it hurts even more. But for a team like Texas, you probably thought you were done. You probably thought you were done, but you found new life. So either you're going to get a touchdown here, they get a stop or a penalty or something like that. Snaps the ball. Owers, what are you doing? Put 1 second back on the clock. Put 1 second back on the clock. 1 second back on the clock. This ain't no final, no nothing. Put 1 second back on the clock. What are you talking about is final? 1 more second. It's not our fault the scoreboard keeper resides with Washington. 1 more second on that clock. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Someone said 1 more. 1 more. Now, will it matter? Not with the play calling that they're doing right now, but at least give us 1 more second. Thank you. It's the right thing to do. Now, here, we look at the clock, and, ooh, I was like, ooh. Now, we might want to see a replay and see if that knee was down. Oh, man, it all comes down to this. All comes down to this. 4th and 11. There's no more chances. Ewers, do it. Throws it up there. Incomplete. 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 And Washington is going to the championship. I would have never have thought that I'd be saying that, but Washington going to the championship. Texas, it was too little too late. You had the chances there. Heartbreaking fashion, but you lost. Congratulations to Washington. JB will be rooting for Washington against Michigan. Write it down. No hesitations there. I'm rooting for Washington to win it all in the championship game. Wow. RC says, right. There's 1 second left. 80 says it's over. Braden says, let's go. Yes. And so RC says the pressure was heavy, though. Yes. Lots of pressure there. Oh, man, what an outstanding game this was. Just like the game prior, really 2 tremendous games and stuff like that. And this is why we aim to get the 4 best teams in the college football playoffs. Imagine if Florida State was in there and stuff like that. We would not have gotten this quality of the game. I guarantee you that and stuff like that. But, man, these 4 teams deserve to be there. They deserve to be there. That's one thing I can guarantee. They deserve to be there and stuff like that. But, man, now it's down to 2. It is Michigan versus Washington. One team puts their M the correct way. The other team puts it upside down and stuff like that. Who is going to win the Mario versus Wario Bowl? Who is going to win? Let's see. RC says, how come the receiver couldn't pull it in? No idea. No idea. And so let's see. 80 says JB promised to Texas when JB did not promise that at all. RC says The cornerback with a magnificent touchdown saving play. Yes. Braden says, good night, JB. What a game. See you whenever next stream. And so, yes, thank you guys again. And I hope, this is a great start to the year. I'll try to find other opportunities to, stream as well, even if it's not, play-by-play and stuff like that. But it probably won't be for at least a few weeks and stuff like that. But, yes, you guys take care, and, hey, be sure to enjoy the championship game. Let's see. O says, great stream, JB. Yes, thank you so much. JJ says, good night, JB. And so, yes, thank you again so much. Good night to you all. And let's have a great start to the 2024 year. And, man, so many things to enjoy. NFL playoffs be here soon. For some teams, it's already started. Obviously, the national championship, look forward to. Michigan versus Washington. I'm stoked. But with that being said, JB's going to go ahead and end the stream. But thank you guys again for coming out here and being a part of this stream. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun here. Not going to lie, a lot of fun. But thank you guys again. And